Hello, friends, and welcome back to Low Ink, day 1 of December 2024. I am Popgun, joined by absolutely nobody except for the lovely and talented producer of this event, Ink Fair, who has seen more Low Ink streams than any human being on this planet. That is a fact. We are just now getting into the first ever set of Low Ink that is being played on. I just saw the logo of this team. So we switched over to Sindao.ink, and that has caused some that's going to cause a little bit of issues as people start to figure out how things work, obviously. So I said, instead of me looking at help desk right now, which is probably an absolute firestorm, what if I just dodged all of that and instead commentated a match of Squid Rollups taking on Job Application, whose Job Application's logo, I don't know if we can show it, is just McDonald's fries. And with Squid Rollups, that would be... I can't look at their logo that deep. I can't really bring it up. But it should be something like Fruit Rollups, which is a snack that was a thing when I was a kid. Now, one of the benefits, and there's many benefits of Sindao.ink, is that you can be automatically told what the maps are and what pool and the password should be, so that you, in theory, don't even need to talk to your opponent. You could just join everything based off of the information the site gives you right off the bat, which is exactly what our two teams did. They did not talk to each other at all, just joined the room, which confused us because we were waiting for them to talk to each other. And when we just randomly decided, well, let's just join this player's room because they got something up, everybody's there and they were waiting for us. So we are the ones who are actually behind today as we get set up in round 1. Job Applications taking on Squid Rollups. And if you are wondering based off of the team tags who is on what team, I would say the team with the $2 as their tag would be the Job Application team. Looking into some weapons that are being selected right here, I see a grand total of 2 shooters. I see Soda on each side, a heavy edit to popular weapon that is being used in Low Ink, mainly because for whatever reason everyone is handshook not to use pencil in this tournament. So that means, hey, Splatlings seems to work out pretty well. You're going to see a lot of Splatlings over the course of these next 2 games. Plan Blitz at the museum is what we're seeing right here. And the yellow team is Squid Rollups, because it looks like they have at least control of, well, pretty much all of humanity at this point as they're working their way into the Job Application base. Basket is being popped as Steora throwing in a few flames right there. What is the defense going to be for Job Application? They got a few more players coming online. They got their Dread Ringer ready to go. They're starting to get a couple of splats on the frontline weapons of Squid Rollups. So the basket will close here. They don't get below 60, but it looks like they're not really going anywhere either. You got your edit just mowing down players from Job Application, buying enough time for the rest of their teammates to come in, pick up some power clams, and the push continues just like that with some more jumping in right there. So you got to start thinking, or maybe you should have started thinking this a little bit earlier. If your Job Application, how are we getting out of this scenario right here? You need to wait. You need to go in with all your teammates. You need to get to, well, it looks like maybe they did that and then just got beat up before. But Boros picking up the Mercy Clam here. I wanted to start backing up. If they got all this map control, they got all these players alive, let's just let them have it. Let's just wait till we can go in as a team with some specials and start slowly pushing our way up, which just looked like that's exactly what they did. Boros backing up. Now they're going to use their specials to try to work their way back into mid with that Reef Slider, Dread Ringer in a 2v1 situation. Now it's just this Toothbrush trying to stay alive. Caniac, or K trying to stay alive at least a little bit longer. And yeah, they're having a lot of difficulty getting Squid Rollup out of the base. Zebra able to pop the basket yet again. Not many penalty points left to chew through, as they do have plenty of clams trying to find a way to work around that right side of the edge, backing up a little bit. Not going to add anything to their total, but still, the problem remains. Squid Rollup has set up camp in the enemy side of the base, and they have not been too keen about leaving at any point in time. I think this might be it right here. Yeah, they got all the clams. GG. Go next. The Squid Rollup. A team on a mission right here. They're not really interested in filling out a job application. It's a Saturday. Everybody's busy doing other stuff. Obviously, all the commentators are busy because you're just stuck listening to me at this point. They start off the set winning 1-0. Now, as we talked about, we have moved over to start.g or Sonata. We're never moving over to start.gg. We might do that in April as a New Year's prank. But we're on Sindao.ink, which means a lot of different things have changed. Obviously, I talked about the fact that getting into lobbies is a little bit easier. You don't even have to talk to each other, which these two teams did. The maps also, you don't have to go to Discord to look at the maps anymore, and we don't have to waste time building the maps. You can just look at what the maps are for the round directly onto your onto the site. It's just so much better. And we used Battlefy obviously for years, and it's great. It accomplished everything we needed it to do for the most part. But it's a site that's geared towards all esports in general. Sindao.ink is exclusively for Splatoon. And if we ever have an issue, we can just go to the creator and be like, hey, it'd be cool if we had this, or what would be needed to implement something like this. And Sundao has been very gracious and very open to working with us with all of these things, which isn't to say Battlefy wouldn't be, but it's obvious they wouldn't really know/care about Splatoon specific stuff when they're just, it's not really like their bread and butter, I would assume. The things, just a lot of Splatoon specific features are really nice right here, but job application doesn't really seem too interested in that at this point. Hey, we just got kind of bodied in our own base at Clan Blitz Museum. How do we get back into the set? They just play all three, but how do we get back into this? How about Splat Zones at Mako Mark? If you're going to have a roller on your team, this is a pretty good map for that. Decav works out pretty well here. This is a map that just works out well for a lot of different things. I mean, there's some weapons that are obviously way better here than in other situations, but there's no real weapon that really sucks here. Blasters is a good choice if you do that. Tri-Slosher is a good choice if you don't want to use the roller. So Stamper, 2 swords, and a pencil. Boro saying, hey, we lost that first time. Now we need to use the pencil. Something to kind of counter the edit on the other side. Going to put down a whole lot of paint. When it comes to pencil use in low ink, for whatever reason, and SAC had this too, you just don't see a lot of it. And I don't really understand why. I mean, I guess in a sense, maybe I do. It's a really good weapon in general, but when it comes to low ink, or it comes to just like low level play in general, very rarely do you see a charger player that's just like absolutely dominates the game. If you can hit your shots, obviously you're gonna, if you have a pencil player that can just hit their shots, you're pretty much just gonna be set up in a good position to try to find a way to win any kind of set against any kind of opponent. It's just that good of a weapon. But it's not an automatic, point and click thing. You still have, there's a lot of skill required to actually hit shots with a charger weapon. Maybe pencil, you get 5 shots, but you still have to land like 2 to get a confirmed kill. Regardless, none of that matters if everybody else on your team is dead. Squid Rollups are rolling up and taking care of business good. Again, K able to get a nice splat. Does have a zip caster to work with. Has to find a way to crash onto that zone now. Needs to start going there. It's not going to be enough. The edit just not getting attacked just enough. Squid Rollups roll into this one in game 2. I do want to point out, Strings is the person who picked this match. So if you are not happy about this, that is the person you complain to. If there's a good match that gets picked on stream and it goes 2-1, that's usually because I picked it. So keep that in mind as we go over with 5 more sets to play in this day. This is play all 3, so you will see one more of this one. The final map on this I know is Rainmaker, which is a mode you should be appreciative of the time they're doing it. Dad jokes. Did I make any dad jokes? I wasn't paying attention. I'm just kind of just calling this out right now. You pick the matches next time. I don't want to. I'm busy. I'm busy commentating this. My wife is asleep right now. My son is asleep, which means by default, the dog is asleep as well. So I don't want to wake anybody up by picking matches. Rainmaker at Crab Leg Capital. As some people, this is a map mode that will usually get somebody in chat. Oh, that was a Crab Leg Capital Rainmaker. It's like, okay, look, not every map in this game is going to be good. And Rainmaker in general, appreciate it while it's here. My prediction is by mid 2025, Rainmaker will be out of all tournaments in general, which is going to make people upset. Even the people who don't like Rainmaker are going to be upset. And validly so, because it does lead to this ultimate situation where we're just removing more and more things from the game. And then eventually it just comes down to a best of 5 set with all 5 games being splat zones at Hagglefish Market. Like, I get that. The more you restrict, and there's a lot of people that are restrictive things, are upset about things that are being restricted already. The fact that, like, Flounder Heights isn't used that much, except for Splat Zones only tournaments. All of the maps that we don't use in competitive. Well, we've already restricted things enough, and we've made sure we picked all the maps that cater specifically to Zuka and Pencil, and I get all of that. But that's the trend, that's the way that we're kind of trending in there. So appreciate Rainmaker Crab Leg Capital while you have it. You might not be playing it at this point next year. You might be playing a different game at this point next year. Maybe you're done with Splatoon 3. Who knows? We're not done. We're enjoying life right now. The other team, Squid Rollup, said, oh, so Pencil is legal in this tournament. I didn't realize that. So we're going to use Pencil here. Obviously, Pencil works out really well on this map with the grates. It works out well on every single map. On the flip side, Job Application says, let's use the Well Stringer. A weapon that does a pretty good job of popping the Rainmaker. They do have a brush to work with as well, and not. So this is a complete, almost a complete comp change. That is the Crab Sword being used from the side of Squid Rollups as well. There's K getting a nice decapitation with the Zipcaster Sword that they're using right there. As the opening push goes to Squid Rollups, and they do have a Zuka to clear the way so that they can start making the push along that right side of the great area. It looks like they're being attacked by some sort of arcing weapon. That's K yet again getting back into the action. $2 K, mind you. Find their way, get some splash. Can this Zipcaster create some chaos for the rest of their teammates to attack that Rainmaker and get some splats on top of it? It looks like no, but it does draw a lot of attention away from mid. It is just a question of what are the rest of the teammates from Job Application going to do? Hank or Hawk just trying to hold forward with the hammer. Not going to be happening right there, as specials are just kind of being used, but don't seem to be used together in a sense of, okay, what can we do to capture control of mid? Zebra up top on the grates there, getting a couple of splats down, and this should be an opportunity for the checkpoint to fall into the favor of Squid Rollup. The Knot, though, says not today, or at least not in that push, maybe on this push right here. You got some strip strikes to work with. Hank. So it wasn't Hank or Hawk. I got wrong both ways. Maybe my quick reading skills aren't up to par for what they should be, but that Rainmaker should clear the checkpoint right there. And now you got this awkward push on the great area. Not a lot of paint to kind of swim through. You're just going to have to walk. Who's got the most run speed? We can't really go that way because there's a brush that's pushing us back, but still 34 remaining. A good push right here, and it's not over. Squid Rollup still working around this right side. Got a whole host of bodyguards clearing the way, not getting splatted. Somebody caught some hands right there, but is it going to be enough to save the game? The Bodie getting a nice couple of splats right there, clearing the path, but YRN not going to get the dunk on the Rainmaker just yet, but it seems like it's all but inevitable at this point that Squid Rollups is in a good situation to get the dub as we cross the halfway mark. Rainmaker's going to be reset. The problem is, when you reset the Rainmaker like that, you probably could have just popped it and let it reset on its own. Now you're down a player, and you're putting the Rainmaker into a spot that's completely orange. So it's going to be another situation to where Squid Rollups is just going to get a free pass back into it. Henk trying to do something about it. Does get a trade with YRN as K starting to push up and trying to make sure things turn more blue. It's a nice pick onto the crab right there. And that's going to open up the opportunity for a push. This is going to be the first time job applications have put some points up on the board, and they do clear the checkpoint. So a minute 40 left to go. There's still an opportunity for them to make something happen. They basically have to dunk the Rainmaker. But, well, all you need is one KO, one wipeout, and then everything's going to land into your favor. I do not like that pencil versus not matchup. If I'm Bodhi, maybe start backing up Static in a good position to just defend that Rainmaker. But, well, I was going to say, I want super thrilled about the Rainmaker just kind of staying right there. But when you have everybody else flanking around the left side, getting some map, look how orange mid is as Static picks up the Rainmaker. And now this is the question of, well, what do you do with it? You just try to bleed time off the clock. I think you always want to play like you're the team that is losing and just keep being aggressive. Offense, the best defense kind of mentality. Yeah. As we now starting to push up the Rainmaker. Static falling down just slightly. Is there no way else for them to get back up there immediately? No, they have to go to this right side, but 3 players going down. It's just Ink, and that is a wipeout. GG 3-0 for the Squid Rollups. Well, how about that? The first set of Sindel.Ink Low Ink ever played. And we got through it. There was no awkward issues. There was no DC. The site didn't crash as of yet. I have no idea what help desk looks like right now. That's somebody else's problem. It's not mine. But we got through it. The world didn't end. Nobody in chat's complaining about seeds. All good things going on here. Now, here's my question to our producer, Inkfair. Do we have a way on stream to look at like all of the sets that are going on right now to get like a sense of like how this tournament is kind of shaping out in round 1?
Are you looking for?
I mean, obviously we know how this set ended up. Squid Rollups took care of business. Job application. Don't give away that job application just yet. You might want to fill it out and see how the rest of the day goes. But look at this nice little feature here. We got some absolute wizards that work at IPL that give us these fancy little overlays of things. As you can see, this is what round 1 of Group A looks like. Let's see if we can find any interesting scores. The British Empire is tied with Calamity Forge Neo. In context, that seems like an L for the British Empire, but then you realize it's just 4 people playing a Splatoon game. Makes a little bit more sense. The British shouldn't be too upset that they lost the game there. Fearless 1-1 with Idiots in Chat. That's a curious score. I have Fearless in my top 10. They were an alpha bracket team last month. The Idiots in Chat got some respect from some folks that came into the Low Ink pre-show yesterday, but that is a pickup team. And if you're wondering what an idiot in chat is, it's anybody that watches any of my streams, which makes sense. They're named that. Moonshine 3-0, that makes sense. Title Tempest, blah, blah, blah. Is there anything else that kind of jumps out in Group A? I Love Latina Sonic up 2-0, that makes sense. Lost Inklings 2-0, Moot and Slice, yeah. There you go. Okay, what's Group B looking like? That Fearless versus Idiots in Chat score is very curious in Group A, but everything else seems to be going as planned. That's kind of how round 1 works. Typically in round 1 of Swiss, that's where the seeding actually takes place. And you typically see 3 zeros across the board. Jet lag, sheer cold, yeah. Pringle Cat over the Star Strikers with a Z, 3-0. Rewind and the Slam Blitzers. I don't know if they forgot that you have to report the scores as you go along. I hope they're not still on game 2 or game 1. Asphyxiation versus Krill Streak 2-0. Cooler High versus Cosmic Hunters. I don't know much about those 2 teams. Believe it or not, I don't know everything about every single team that plays in this tournament, but they're tied 1-1. Squid, we don't even know what, I can't see the rest of Squid Rendezvous's name. but they're tied 1-1 with Arrow 404. It looks like everything else here is shaping up to how it should be, though. I don't see any upsets, any wow kind of results. I mean, everything's 3-0. Tidings, the team that went 6-0 in Swiss last month, they got the sweep over Inferno. So, round 1 moving along. Are we going to be done on time? It looks like most of these sets are done. Did everyone get into their room faster than what they typically do on Battle 5? That is amazing. That is amazing. Well, there you go. We're going to let these last few matches kind of finish up. Then we're going to hop into round 2. Until then, we're going to take a break so that I can get some water and make sure everyone in the house is still asleep. In the meantime, you get some popcorn, maybe get a granola bar or something, maybe use the bathroom. We'll be right back with round 2 of Swiss on Low Ink. Hope you didn't go anywhere, friends, because it is time to come back for round 2. That's right, the tournament did not explode after round 1. Instead, we are moving on to round 2, and we got a doozy of a set for y'all. Caniac Central taking on the reigning LSL champions, Distortion. This is a set I'm going to be very interested in seeing, and normally when I hear commentators say the word interesting, I usually cringe, but I'm allowed to say it because I'm Uh-oh. Can they hear me? They can't hear me. We're back. Hello out there to the world. So we had a Discord crash. The stream did not crash. I said some amazing things. I'm not going to repeat it because I don't care enough. You guys are it's just going to be lost to time. Caniac Central. Now, if you're wondering what a Caniac is, it is in reference to the restaurant Raising Cane's. Raising Cane's. Which is just like a fried chicken restaurant. A Caniac combo is 6 chicken fingers, crinkle cut fries, 2 cane sauce, Texas toast, coleslaw, and a large fountain drink. So that is a lot of food. I believe my wife and I had the Caniac as a combo that we just kind of split with each other. So it's a good splitting thing. And Raising Cane's is a fine restaurant. If you've been to Riptide, you've probably eaten there at least once, if not every day, like JPEG did. So that's who this team is. Goat Child, a very, very strong player. I believe from the old UCSD team. I would assume they've graduated college by now, or maybe they're still allowed to play as like a master's program or something. Distortion is the team that won LSL. Now, they didn't curb stomp LSL. They won semifinals in a game 5. They won the grand finals in a game 6. But they are the reigning LSL champions. Now, the real question is, does Caniac Central feel like joining our room? Because that is the only thing that we're waiting on right now. So I'm going to peek into... Oh, I see. I see what the issue was. They joined the... We had a little bit of confusion on the pool system ourselves. So they're into the right pool. They're starting to join up here. Distortion, if you recall, if you've been looking at the seeds as people were signing up for this tournament, which you shouldn't. It's not really that deep. But they were ranked as the number 1 team before we went back and adjusted the seeding. My assumption is because they won LSL, which was on Sindao.Inc. the weekend before, I'm assuming the algorithm put them at the top when they signed up for this. That doesn't necessarily mean they're the favorite to win this tournament by any stretch of the imagination. If they do, then, well, people complaining about the Lumix skill cap being too high would be like, well, look, LSL teams are literally winning our tournament, so maybe it's just a you thing. We'll find out, though. Caniac Central is a strong team. These are some strong players. We had some folks come into the Lumix pre-show saying that these were this was the team to beat. So we'll see how this matchup ends up working out. A good test for both teams early on in round 2. Tower control at Hagglefish Market. Going to be game 1 in this dynamite of a set. So I've been playing Halo Infinite a lot lately. I honestly have not touched Splatoon in a couple of seasons. One thing I've kind of noticed about Halo, they have a bunch of different modes, especially in their ranked option. But as far as how they do the ranked maps that you play, you don't play every single map. So like in Splatoon, a map like Hagglefish, you can play all 5 modes. Well, Turf War, there's no ranked Turf War. There's like set for maybe Splatfest at times. But Hagglefish Market is designed to work for all 5 modes in the game. And you can play all 4 ranked modes on this map. They don't say, well, no, Hagglefish Rainmaker is actually kind of cringe. We're gonna take that out of the pool. No, you would actually play that. Versus when I've noticed I'm playing Halo Infinite's ranked mode, yes, every map has all the different modes in it that you can play and open, but in the actual ranked they only have select maps that you can play from. Well, they don't let you pick what the map is, but they even acknowledge, like, okay, some of these maps are better than others. And that's where a lot of kind of frustration is. Like Hagglefish Market, great for splat zones, great for tower control, obviously. Rainmaker, we used to use it a lot, and then people were like, well, like that push down the mid's kind of broken. In Clan Blitz, there's just a lot of other Clan Blitz options. That's kind of the struggle with making maps in Splatoon, as we get a communication error right here, is that they're trying to make one map fit into every single possible scenario, and that's just not the case of how it's supposed to work in game design. Also, Halo Infinite has maps that are not completely symmetrical. Like it's just a giant map that's just kind of, well, not a giant map, but they have maps that are just kind of divided up into different ways that's not complete symmetrical. Now, for the capture the flag, those maps are symmetrical. You can't really do that with low ink or with Splatoon because of how the spawn system works. Like you have your own base, your own side of the map, so it all has to be mirrored. It all has to mirror each other to an extent, but that's what we're kind of just working with this game. Some frustrating things. It feels like map design, you would kind of just want it to take a step forward. Look, Splatoon 1 maps, a lot of them were just not good compared to where we are right now. A lot of the Splatoon 1 maps in this game we used in competitive, but a lot of them have been reworked. Some are still garbage, like Hammerhead, but it's just garbage in a different way from what it was before. But I don't know. I guess my thesis being, it's just kind of disappointing thinking about how the maps in this game haven't progressed in a way that you would think they would. Like Robo Ramen's great, but even in a couple modes, it's not. Personally, I would just wish Nintendo would just take a map and say, let's build this to be the best tower control map it could possibly be. Who cares if it works for Rainmaker or Clan Blitz? Let's just make a really good tower control map. And then let's make a really good Clan Blitz map. The problem is trying to stretch one map into 5 different modes. It just doesn't work. So that would be my hope for Splatoon 5 right there. Am I rage baiting? Am I really? I'm just kind of talking right now. If you're getting rageful over the things I'm saying, that's kind of on you. It's definitely not on me. As we did have a comm error right there. That is not a Sindel.Ink issue. That is a Nintendo issue, or whoever we're playing against. Maybe we will get a Splatoon match played at some point today. These two teams might just handshake to go over to Halo Infinite. That might work out as well. No, do not put Inkfair in the game. Fair's the streamer, not a player for Distortion. Everybody's in the lobby. We're going to be readying up, and hopefully we're going to be giving you game 1. Well, I'm not rage baiting by saying the Splatoon 1 maps are terrible. I'm saying they are because that's a fact. You can't rage bait by saying facts. Thank you. We've already made it farther than what we did the first time we tried this one. We might actually... Nope. Technically, we still made it farther. I think that was the list. Change hosts. Change hosts and try again. Change the host and try again. I don't know what region these two teams are from. I would assume the Caniac Central team is not from Europe. Although, I wouldn't be surprised if there is like a Raisin Cane somewhere in Europe, but I don't think it's as common as what it is here on this side of the pond. So I'm assuming, and I don't know where Distortion's from, but this could just be an NA versus EU kind of connection issue. But we're going to try switching hosts. That's usually the next step. Someone is full resetting their Switch. That's not good. Well, that just means more yapping for me. I believe my son has just woken up from his nap. It's been a couple hours. We put him down at about 12. And I have this little app on my phone that gives me an audio. Yeah, I don't need to see the replay. Nearby shot. Okay, he's up. PJ is up. He's getting a diaper change. And after I'm done commentating, we are going to mosey on down to the grocery store. He likes the grocery store. He likes to look at all the stuff. I don't like... this might just be a mean thing. I'm not a big fan of people approaching us because our kid is cute to just talk to us. Like, oh my gosh, your kid is so cute. What's his name? Like, we don't know you. And he don't care to know who you are. Like, what... You can't just do that. Our kid's not a puppy. You can't just come up and just like, start talking to him like he's gonna care. That's been an annoying thing for me. If you're not aware, we have a 16-month-old, or is it 15 months? I think it's 15 months. Yeah, he'll be 16 at the end of this month. Not that really matters. As I continue to stall for time, how are you guys doing in chat today? You guys having a good time? Rocket Splat, one of the up-and-coming commentators. Rocket, I'll say this publicly in front of everybody. I've had people DM me being like, hey, I don't know if you're listening to this Rocket feller, but they're pretty good. You should try to put them on some of your stuff. I was like, okay, well, we'll put them with Saf tomorrow and see how that goes. Our producer is joining a room. Now, whether it is a room that is going to be round 2 Distortion versus Caniac Central, or the Rhythm Beat game. Is it Rhythm Beat game in Splatoon 3? There isn't, is there? There's not. There was in Splatoon 2. The little arcade dance revolution thing. And our producer, Ink Fair, was really good at that. And back in the Splatoon 2 days, used to entertain the idiots in chat in between sets by playing it and like just getting perfect score after perfect score or close enough to it. Instead, we're stuck here just kind of waiting for a 5th person. Now, the person who said they were resetting their Switch is in this lobby. So, same message we had round 1. So better be safe than sorry, I guess. All right, now we're in. Everybody's in. Hopefully, we're going to get game 1 here. Now, who picked this match? Was it Strings or was it me? We'll find out. The answers to that question will come depending on how this one ends out. It might just be a situation to where we force these teams to play a best of 1 because they're having so many connection issues, and we don't want to slow down the whole tournament for this. But we're now getting into the game 1. We're into the lobby. Everyone is hitting the select button weapon. They can't possibly be confused about what weapons they're going to use at this point. Come on, fellas. Let's get this show on the road here. I asked chat how you guys were doing today. Someone's baking bread. Caniac Central is the GOATs, which means they are the greatest of all time. That can't be possible. You can't be a GOAT and playing in low ink at the same time. It's not what I meant. You could be the GOAT child, though, who is using E-Leader. H3, is that an H3? Is that a legal weapon? I have not seen that thing in a hot minute. That is the bubble H3. There's the Respawn Punisher E-Leader, which works out. Well, no, it doesn't work out because the enemy team has Soda, which is a hard counter to Respawn Punisher. So that is going to be a difficult sub to use, but Goat Child is very good at landing the shots they need and has a lot of range to work with as well. H3, man, in Splatoon 2, that thing was really good for a long chunk of time, and then people started to realize, I don't want to aim that well. Let's go with Inzap and Junior to get armor instead. If you are an aim god, H3 is a really good weapon. It's just so slow and outclassed in kind of the faster paced metas that things have evolved in over the course of time. Distortion taking care of business early here, attacking this first checkpoint. Do they clear it? Expertly timed ink strikes to slow things down. Didn't get any splats, but made sure, hey, you guys aren't going to just get to this checkpoint for free. You're going to have to stay off the tower for a long enough time to where the checkpoint falls not into your favor. Nicely done by Caniac Central. They save that checkpoint and start to move up. That is a forge as well, as two players just explode from the side of Caniac Central. Not quite sure what caught that. It was almost like a Reslider explosion, but that's not the case there. A wipeout is E. Probably the best IGN I've ever seen. Just a lowercase letter there. Using the crab, trying to go along the left side to provide some air shoots. But there's that ink strike. Yet again, is that coming from the T-Tech? The answer is yes. The T-Tech, or the Octoshot, I should say, doing a good job of timing out those ink strikes, and that alone has been keeping Caniac Central in this game, not surrendering that first checkpoint with about 3 minutes left to go. Goat Child getting a nice splat on the dualies on the tower. It seems like any time you get a splat with a charger on stream, it's like, oh, that's so amazing, because it is, especially when it's Respawn Punisher and you're not getting any soda out. So those players are going to spend a long time staring into their spawn before they can get back into the action. Checkpoint falls for Caniac Central. Arc trying to blast their way back into the tower. It's not going to happen right there. Frosty will continue to ride this thing with the Forged Pro, a weapon that people are memeing has been getting better. But if you're an aim god with it, you can use the distance. Booyah Bomb is really great on the tower. You can do a fantastic job of getting things done with that. Pushes over. Goat Child saying, I'm not going to front line with this Respawn Punisher E-Leader. Instead, I'm going to try to get some picks right here. The Rapid Blaster is going to be doing a good job of poking the Charger player right there until they fall right into their trap. Nice splat there by Goat Child. About 2 minutes left to go here. Checkpoint lead in favor. Actually, a 2 checkpoint lead. They cleared that second checkpoint. This is a monstrous lead for Caniac Central, who got beat up in the opening first second, but is able to use their specials expertly to hold on to that first checkpoint and are now continuing to push the Rainmaker deep into Distortion side of the base with about 2 minutes left to go. That is Vacuum being used by Arc, another special. You don't really see that often, and I think that works out into the advantage of a team like Distortion, because I don't think people really know how to fight against Vacuum because they don't see it that much. So if they can find ways, and I'll be honest, I don't know if Vacuum eats up the Ink Strikes. I would assume no, but if they did, that would be a good answer to what's going on right here, because the Octoshot, yet again, is going to have Ink Strikes ready to go at the perfect time as they're at this first checkpoint. So watch for those Ink Strikes to just start popping down onto the tower. Question mark? No, because they're all the way on the opposite side of the map, so it was just the H3 being left there. Here comes the Ink Strikes, but damage already done. They already cleared that checkpoint. Now the H3, who is named Blaster, that is a lie. You were using a burst fire weapon. That is not a blaster, but still, they're approaching that second checkpoint right now. Caniac Central with a minute left to go, trying to start finding a way to push back into the enemy side of the base, get that Rainmaker back to mid, and they can just grab those Ink Strikes, get a Booyah Bomb. Not going to have that Booyah Bomb. The Forge Pro gets eliminated right there. Rio, trying to be a tricky Kyo. Not able to find the right situation right there. Nerdy Adam in a good place to flank around to that Vacuum from behind and try to build up some Ink Strikes. Now they start getting thrown a little bit early right here to make sure they don't get to the second checkpoint. And now starting to clean up, working their way back to the base. Nice flank by Nerdy Adam. And that seems to be the reason why Caniac Central doesn't have the lead right now, because they were able to attack and pincer the tower from both different directions right there. E trying to stay alive a little bit longer. Bait Nerdy Adam into a trap. Ultimately works out to a trade. That is a trade that is going to work into Caniac Central's favor. I think we're done here unless we can get something onto the tower. Arc is on top there. There's a lot of bombs they have to deal with, and players dogpiling on there. Oh, a little bit of an overplay here by Caniac Central as Arc is in a good position to start pushing this tower into the enemy base, and a Vacuum at the perfect time as well. E gets eliminated. Can they ride this Vacuum a little bit longer? It does not absorb the Ink Strikes. Question answered. Game over. Game 1. It was a classic. Caniac Central wins game 1. I'm going to take a sip of water. That was a good one. Nice little back and forth. That was worth the wait. As the chat complains about frames dropping. Look, you get the sense of what's going on here. You don't need to see full 60 frames per second to realize that the difference there being the Ink Strikes being thrown at just the perfect times. And they're able to get them back so quickly. One of the frustrating things about Splatoon 3, we can't see stats anymore. For whatever reason. We can't see the KAs or the special uses. But it seemed like okay, I'll say this. It doesn't matter how many Ink Strikes they use. It just matters how many they used at the perfect time. And whenever they needed them ready to go, they had them ready to go. Nerdy Adam taking care of business, using the get off the tower special as we move on down to game 2. Coin Blitz at Barnacle and Dime. Distortion hanging around with the chicken finger restaurant. Is there a difference between chicken tenders and chicken fingers? The answer is no, but annoying people in chat will probably say yes. So we'll let them come up with the answer to that. Regardless, though, Distortion got control of the lead early, had a little bit of issues controlling things on the defensive side of things. Did Caniac Central only have one push? I think they did. I think they only pushed the tower once, and then basically just defensive turtled up to make sure. I mean, they got such a huge lead on their opening push. Clearing 2 checkpoints is massive in the one push that you get, but nicely, expertly played there by them as they move on to things. We're now moving on to game 2. Seems like everybody's ready for the most part. GG strikes for a reason. It used to be the GG Ray. It used to be the GG Booyah Bomb. And now the GG strikes. Hope everyone here is having a good day. We certainly are. Everything's working out as things are should. Moving on to game 2. Clan Blitz, Barnacle and Dime. Seems like switching the hosts and resetting switches worked out well for everybody. We didn't have any awkward DC issues. Moving on. Pencil instead of the E-Leader being used by Goatchild. Rio doing their best Kyo impersonation using the Slosher. Arc saying, I don't want Vacuum anymore. I want Killer Whale and the line marker. Otherwise, no real significant changes coming out. Wait, hold on. Timeout. Pause the game. Is that a Dynamo? A gold Dynamo? What's the special in that thing? The chumps? Okay. All right, Frosty, let's see what you're working with right here. Ultimately gets a trade with Arc to start things off. Dynamo, we saw some Dynamo in SAC, too. I don't know if we saw the chump one. But regardless, it's rearing its ugly head here in game 2. For the team that's currently up 1-0. Distortion having to battle their way out of their own base. A lot of orange in mid now, but that's going to change very quickly. Everyone except for the Goatchild themselves has been sent back to their spawn with a vengeance. Nerdy Adam coming back into things, though, saying, hey, I can do more than just throw ink strikes. I can throw hands as well. Gets a double on some players. One more. E sharking. Do they know where E is? They're in the game. Right now they are able to get one splat. No way Frosty survives that before Goatchild cleans it up. But a nice little distraction play. E being the last player left alive said, hey, I found a little tiny spot that the other team isn't aware of. Maybe I can slow down their counter push right here. Maybe keep control of mid. And that works out into their favor. Things kind of stalled out right now. Nobody has complete control of mid. Flame economy working out for both teams. Everyone's just kind of waiting for the floodgates to open up. And Frosty able to arc the shots behind the walls right there. You're not going to be safe as long as that Dynamos has control of mid. With Goatchild supporting from the rear, you got a bubbler that can be activated any time from this H3 that is named after blasters for some reason. But right now, defensively, on the side of Distortion, what's the plan here? You got to kind of find ways to start poking with that rapid blaster. Find ways to start pushing some players back. Nerdy Adam just kind of doing whatever they want at this point, going all over the map. Now going to be going back to mid to clean up a few players here. Rio doing a nice job. That was a double for Rio, by the way. Splattered the player in front of them, turned around, sent Nerdy Adam back to spawn. So Rio playing very expertly, at least in that section of the game, that is going to flip what could have been a great opportunity for Caniac Central to get something going. Instead, it's Distortion now that has control of things, activating the Killer Whale. Art trying to find a way to pop the basket. They are the only one with a power clam right now, and they get eliminated. Blaster's going to clean them up there, not getting the direct but enough chip damage off of the Burst Fire H3. And now the tug of war, the rope pulls back into the favor of Caniac Central. Ink strikes being thrown here to continue to push back the players from Distortion who are coming out of their spawn trying to slow this down. But man, whenever somebody is getting something going, here comes a random bomb or a player getting a nice flank or somebody just getting a double. And now the seesaw turns yet again. This time, Distortion is in control of things. They have the Clam to work with as well, but here comes the arcing shot of the Dynamo. Not going to get a pick, but it did weaken some players up a little bit as two more go down. Goat Child being the last one left alive. Surely this is going to be an opening push into the favor of Distortion, which it is. And don't call me Shirley, but there's going to be a whole heck of a lot more points that are going to be flowing there. Another power clam built along the way as the crab clears out the path. And now the floodgates have officially opened. Do they add to this one? They should. They got a few clams here and there. He's got one more to work with. And there's a lot of time left on that basket, but it might be better to just kind of back up. It's not how you start pushes, it's how you end them. You don't want to lose all your players and give a Mercy Clam in control of mid to the enemy team. Distortion did just that. They got the points they wanted, they backed up, and now they're going to fight with still in control of mid and a complete man advantage, except Rio says, nah, those super chumps are a little bit too much for me. I'm going to jump out right now. 1 minute left to go. Caniac Central still struggling to get back into control of mid. Is there a way they can start clearing this out? The answer is yes. They've been doing a good job of that. But when they get to this side of the enemy side of the map, that's where they've really been struggling. Find ways to break through the defense. Distortion's been doing a good job of turtling up, making sure Arc stays safe, poking from a distance. Frosty's trying to find the right angle with this Dynamo roller to where they can just be a pest. And they were in a good spot, but ultimately decided, no, I'm just going to go for it. I'm just going to give up this position on the right side, not arc any shots. I'm just going to go for mid. Gets a trade. And now, what's the game plan? Who's your initiating? As I'm slowly starting to look at the comps now, yet again, I'm starting to realize, wait a minute. It's just the Octo Shot. Their Octo Shot's the only thing that can initiate things. And everything else is just kind of like a support attack from behind the thing. So here comes Nerdy Adam. They get eliminated right here. And it's just two players left alive. They both have power clams, but they need to get splats somehow with their weapons that aren't really intended for splatting. Is their strong suit. There's no way for them to break through right there. This is going to be going into a game 3. Tied 1 apiece. Right? Right? There's no way they get into there. Right? Yeah, these last two players are not going to be anywhere close. They might get a splat to kind of justify their stats a little bit, where we're going into this one tied into a game 3. Yeah, it just dawned on me at the end there. How is Caniac Central supposed to score in that situation? H3 is not an initiating. It's good for bubbler, it's good for defense, it's good for putting down paint. Same thing with Pencil. Dynamo, if you get into the right spots, is a good like controlling area kind of a weapon. But they really needed the Octo Shot to create all the action. They needed Nerdy Adam to basically just pop off and just like clear the way for all those other weapons to get into the position that they wanted to be in. Or everybody else just needed to work to make sure Nerdy Adam got into the position that they wanted to be in. I don't really think that comp was supposed to work out for Clan Blitz in particular, how it was supposed to be played. And you saw it worked good defensively because Distortion had a lot of issues breaking through mid and finally breaking to the basket. Both teams only popped the basket once. It's just the one push that Caniac Central got was not anywhere near as good as the one that Distortion had. So now we're going into game 3, Robo Ramen Splat Zones. Winner of this one will take the set. Loser will be looking up the tiebreaker rules on Sidao.Inc. to figure out if they can still find a way in the alpha bracket, which they both can. You go 5-1, we're going to get you in there. We'll rig the bracket to get all 5-1 teams in the alpha. You go 4-2, though. You're going to be coming to the help desk and saying, how come the tiebreaker rules don't work out in my favor? Because you lost, bro. So don't lose. My advice to these teams going in this game 3, do not lose. Robo Ramen. Full set on the line here. Pencil coming back out. That is a midi. Blaster, yet again, refusing to use a blaster. And instead of going with a mini, they're still going to keep the bubble that the H3 had. And Frosty going back to that pro. Frosty not going to be using the Dynamo this time around. The mini and the Pencil going to have to just bombard the zone here. Now, Pencil obviously really good on this map. Goatchild would not leave that side where Blaster is right there. You can just kind of hug that wall and do so much damage on zone and control so much space. And Blaster just kind of forced to be the Pencil bodyguard. the Goat Child bodyguard right there. And if that works out, Caniac Central is going to be in a good situation. You're going to have to see some aggression coming out from Distortion. They're going to have to put a lot of pressure onto this side of the map. And how are they going to do that? They got the Killer Whale. They got the Crab that you saw them try to use on their own glass area. The Slosher with Ink Strikes of its own. Ink Strike works out really well in this Splat Zones map, and they're going to have to throw down a lot of soda, too. They want to deal with it. 1 minute already gone. 2 players down from the side of Distortion. Nerdy Adam, you know they want to do that. They want to find ways to start pushing up when they get up into these 1v1 situations. It seems like Nerdy Adam does a good job of winning pretty much every 1v1 that they get into. It's just when Distortion fights as a team that starts pushing back the Octo Shot, and then that's the first key to start pushing back everybody else from Caniac Central. 30 ticks remaining. We got a possible KO right now. The Inzap's eliminated. They're not going to have Soda ready to go. Here comes the Ink Strikes that can stall out the zone. And there's not going to be an encounter Ink Strikes ready to go because the Octo Shot is dead. On their way back to the spawn. Blaster might be able to outpaint some things right there. Does take care of the Slosher, but not before the Ink Strikes come out. Penalty points applied to Caniac Central, but damage done. 5 points remaining. This is a huge lead in this critical Game 3 going into the favor of Caniac Central. They have a lot of penalty points to chew through, but they have complete control of the zone. Nerdy Adam getting a little bit too comfortable in the Distortion side of the base as Rio's trying to clean up some players right there. 2 players going down. Has Goat Child been splatted? That is, I believe, the first splat Goat Child has suffered in this game. It took about 2 minutes to do so. And that's going to be key to victory. Yes, Distortion doesn't have a lot of penalty points to chew through, but if they want to actually hold on to this one and absorb the Ink Strikes and the Booyah Bombs, they got to push that pencil back, because if the pencil gets into position, it's just boom, 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 boom. 5 shots across the zone, and that'll be enough to cap it. The Mini can come in and just sweep up everything else. So splats are going to be key here for Distortion if they want to get back into this one, and they're doing a good job of that. Nice use of the Bubbler by Blaster, who's going to turn it into a Caniac Central 3-piece combo, and that should be the zone back into the orange team's favor with about 2 minutes left to go. Art says, nah, I'm not feeling being down here. I want to live it up with the big boys up top, making the jump up here as they try to find a way to stay alive. Booyah Bomb! Not going to get the splat on Arc, but they probably saw their little squid life flashing before their eyes, jumping along the edge there. Crab ready to go, as well as the Killer Whale, but they don't have their painted specials online just yet. Here comes the Ink Strikes coming out. A lot of time, but Rio, the person who has the Ink Strikes, has to win that 1v1, and they do. So that will allow them to stay alive long enough not to use their Ink Strikes on zone, but instead use it where the pencil would traditionally be set up on that side. Now Art trying to get the cleanup on them as well. Don't get the splat onto the pencil, but still they get control of the zone. And by the way, they don't have a lot of penalty points now. That good push that they've had for Distortion is starting to bleed over into this other great push. Can they hold on to the zone right now, though? They eliminate the Pro. Bourne doing a good job staying alive with the Inzap, trying to help out their teammate Rio. And now things are starting to look really scary for Caniac Central. Distortion starting to look like a team that's justifying that #1 seed that the website gave them. Penalty points gone. 30 points remaining. Underneath a minute right now. This is your winning push if you're Distortion. Can they stay alive long enough? Keep that pencil away from the zone. Here comes the Booyah Bomb on the backside. Not going for the zone. Instead trying to throw off the players that are getting set up there. The zone still into the favor of Distortion until Caniac Central finally wrestles its away. And 3 players going down. Goat Child with the pencil. Trying to push up. Might have pushed up a little bit early, but survived the blast there from the Dapples, or the Doolies, as they throw the sprinkler up onto the scoreboard. And now you're seeing a very aggressive counter push right here from Caniac Central, making sure that Distortion cannot get back into control of zone. They got the Bubbler set up. They got a Booyah Bomb ready to go. That might be all she wrote for this set, unless the Inzap can make some sort of amazing play right here. And they do get Ink Strikes onto the zone. Is it going to be enough to flip it in the next 3 seconds? Nobody splatted on the side of Caniac Central. It's not enough. The huge lead and the great defense, another great set all around, back and forth between these two teams. But when the dust settles, it's the team named after a fast food restaurant meal you can order that prevails. Take a bow Blaster and Goat Child fist bumping because they kept each other alive. And they painted the heck out of the zone. Nicely done right there. What a good set. What a fantastic set. Now, how far over the time limit did that go? 8 minutes. Actually, 10 minutes. Yikes. Oh, you gotta love the connection issue with this. But I'm glad we got to play that one out. A great set. Probably not good for the timing of the tournament. So we're gonna rush probably to get round 3 going here. Caniac Central winning a nice little back and forth with them. As we take a look at the rest of the sets taking place in this round that are probably already done. Any interesting results here? Inkception getting the 2-1 win over. This is fine. That's notable. Inkception. Both those teams have been to Alpha Bracket before. Cosmic Hunters somehow beat world famous Krill Streak. Twister Time, not to be confused with Twisted Time of Low Ink Lore, does not beat Gistria 2-1. Splat Scad, Inferno, Asphyxiation, Jet Lag taking care of business, Remix taking care of business against a cat in a Pringle can. Honor Bound 2-1 over Brigade of Woomy. That would have been another interesting set to see just based off of the history of those two teams. But Honor Bound not playing last month has made Alpha Bracket and made a pretty decent run at Alpha Bracket when they did play, getting the 2-1 win over that. Did we look at Group A already? Take a poke at that real quick. And I believe we're already getting the next set done.
Wait. Doesn't LID stand for Low Ink December instead of Low Ink Day?
So, I believe that is correct. Did they hear that, or did I just hear that?
Yeah.
Okay, so the pool code is LID and then a number. The first pool code we had for round 1 for the match we received was LID2, which I interpreted to mean Low Ink Day 2, which would have made Friday day 1 and tomorrow day 3, and thus Low Ink has become a 3-day tournament. However, I think you are right, Inky. That makes a whole lot more sense that LID stands for Low Ink December, which nobody in chat cares about, but I do. So that there we go with that. Lost Inklings getting swept by Squid Rollups 3-0. That's a notable win for Squid Rollups. Very notable win as well. Star Allies 2-1 over Tidal Tempest. FlipSide getting the win. I love Latina Sonic, a team some other people have been suggesting would be a contender to win this tournament. They struggle against Tamu Maroon, but they get the win 2-1. Moonshine gets eliminated by Exam Week. Now that's a strong matchup. Exam Week's going to be a really good team. Moonshine, a team that has not won an Alpha Bracket game, although they are more than capable of winning this whole tournament. They just really been struggling on Saturdays for whatever reason. Exam Week gets the better of them 2-1. Nicely done for Exam Week. Nothing else jumps out to me. Don't know much about Event Horizon, but they swept Calamity Forge Neo. Serves up. 11'8" bridge. Oh, is 11'8" bridge? Is that the bridge where trucks keep crashing into because it's too short for semi trucks to drive through, but they don't see it? I think that's exactly what that is, isn't it? At least that's my guess. Are we rolling into game round 3? I would assume we were the last one. Star Allies and Event Horizon both 2-0. I think they should be done now. I'm going to take a peek at the website. We are not done with round 3 yet. How are we not done with round 2? How are they not done with round 2? Oh, because I haven't hit the refresh button. That would... We're all done. Okay, we're done with round 2. Both sets are. You just have to hit the reset button there. So I'm going to stay on here because we just got one more set to do. Oh, we're doing Star Allies and Event Horizon? Okay, there we go. So we got the next set already picked up. Well, there you go. where do these two teams stand as of now? If you scroll to the bottom of the... By the way, if you just type exclamation point bracket in the chat, you'll see swimmer sync number 171. So maybe don't do that yet. But while that's going on... Okay, so Star Allies is 2-0. Event Horizon is 2-0. And both are 5-1 in actual like win losses right there. What does bunch mean? Bunch M. And then the seed. Somebody's going to complain about their seed number, not realizing it doesn't really mean anything. While we're getting the set up, I'll ask you guys yet again. How are you doing? Are you having a good day? Are you enjoying time leading up to the holidays? I hope you're having a good holiday season. It's 10 days till Christmas Eve. I am not happy about whoever created the year 2024 for putting Christmas on a Wednesday, because my work has come up with a brilliant idea of, well, December 26th isn't a holiday, so you should come back into work on a Thursday. Your hands are cold. Have you heard of gloves? That's a insta fix for that solution, for that problem. You know whose hands are not cold? Star Allies versus Event Horizon. Now, I had a dream last night, and I had this dream probably many of you had before, where like your teeth are falling out. It's supposed to mean something. Like the dreams you have are supposed to be symbolic to something that's like going on in your life. So I Googled it. I just went to Google and I was like, what does it mean when you have that dream where your teeth are falling out? So I went to Google, and Google said that if you have that dream, it means the Star Allies are going to play Event Horizon in round 3 of Low Ink the next day. So lo and behold, my dream has come true. We're going to be seeing these two teams play against each other. Rainmaker at Humpback Pump Track, a map where there is an option to flank to the left, but nobody seems to care about going that way, except when they do, they win, because everybody forgets that it's an actual thing. Shoutouts to all the moms in the chat. Well, there you go. My wife is a mom, but I don't think she's in chat. She's waiting for the set to end so that we can all go to the grocery store. Which the set will be ending momentarily, because we're just now getting started. By the way, this is the last time you're going to have to listen to me solo commentate this. We have some of the best commentators that this universe has produced, period. They're going to be... Oh, there is a mom in chat. Hi, Miss Popgun. Hello. One more set, and then we're moving on. New commentator switching after this one. She clocked my tea? I don't even know what that means. She did make tea, but not for me earlier today. What do we got here? We got a wiper. We got a roller. Roller makes sense for Humpback. We got the Squelchies. The vanilla Squelchies. So Wave Breaker. That is a weapon a special you probably forgot is in the game. You're going to be seeing it right here from Galaxy K. Well, some Ink Strikes. There's the Samurai Toothbrush weapon with Bubbler as well. Pencil on one side, headed on the other. We see a couple of players from Event Horizon starting to push around this right side, starting to attack this crab. And it turns out that a crab can actually defeat a toothbrush. In case you're wondering the questions of that, 30 seconds already down. We finally have somebody picking up the Rainmaker. Dev trying to lead the way with a hammer, does clear things out. Her pencil, what is GLZR? Is that pencil glazer? Yes. That is what we're going to go with right there. It makes sense. For the first time today, we've had somebody named after a weapon they're actually using. And it's going to work out really great here for the Star Allies as they're just rumbling, bumbling, stumbling their way to the first checkpoint. Or actually, the final checkpoint. 7 remaining. Event Horizon is going to hold serve for now and to keep the game going at least a little bit longer here. The Rainmaker is going to reset on its own. I'm assuming, I think it got popped back there. It did. Good guess there, Popgun. You got it right. As Dev going to continue to try to work things in Star Allies' favor. Getting into a 1v1 fight over here with it looks like the Octoshot, maybe. Here comes some hammers coming around. Dev getting a nice little angle right here. This is at least Doesn't get the splat, but at least forces Event Horizon to not take all the fights that are in front of them. They have to deal with the person that is also flanking around as well. So I'm assuming that's going to be a common theme from Dev, making sure to split the attention from Event Horizon as they look to be hurdling up for the next 3 minutes to bleed out time off the clock. Although I like it when Rainmaker teams have a huge lead and they keep pushing the objective, keep playing like they're the team that is losing. And right now, Event Horizon is playing like the team that is losing because they are. And they're not finding ways to get control of mid right here and then getting chewed up by the Star Allies. Still plenty of time, though, to Rainmaker. Event Horizon having a little bit of difficulty getting their sea legs under them in this set. This is probably a more difficult opponent than they've seen up to this point. That's how Swiss is supposed to work out. Things get more difficult as things go on, but they can still respond right here. Galaxy K trying to find a way over this hill, but the Rainmaker Blast providing a lot of heavy fire. But there you go, 2 players down from the side of Star Allies, but it's still not enough. The chosen one, the one who was chosen to lead their team in Rainmaker Humpback, has gotten a nice little double right there and shut down any push that the Event Horizon team could have used into their favor right there. Galaxy K, though, getting a nice couple of splats right there. Taking care of the Pencil Glazer themselves. Clearing the path. If they can clear this checkpoint, that'll make things a little bit easier for the last 2 minutes right here. And Sniper. Is Sniper using a sniper weapon? The answer is no. So we got more frauds named after incorrect things. Although they are the anchor player, they might use Sniper a little bit later in the set. There's a hammer behind you, by the way. Dev continuing to be a little sneaky sneak. Sneaking up on people, making flanks, making sure Event Horizon can never get comfortable. But 2 players down yet again from the side of Star Allies, as Event Horizon's going to have to find ways to take advantage of this situation here. It seems like they've been winning the last minute or so. They got a huge mountain to climb. Ink Strikes, Bubbler online. Velvet trying to pop this Rainmaker. Maybe we'll pop the Ink Strikes, grab it and go. No, they're going to just let the edit grab it here. And now Waffle popping the Bubbler in the right spot. One wipeout, and this game's over in the favor of Event Horizon. But somebody's forgetting to splat the Chosen One, and how could you defeat somebody named the Chosen One? They shut down that push, but still a great opportunity for Event Horizon. Chosen One, and how could you defeat somebody named the Chosen One? Hello, friends, and welcome back. We are alive. Despite whatever god you guys are praying to destroy us, we survived it. We are immortal. Low Ink cannot be stopped. Neither could the Star Allies. I believe they won game 1. And to the person in chat who is now excited that they can play, you are actually playing. You are on Star Allies. And I give you credit for putting your channel points on yourself. Bet on yourself to win, as that is clearly what you're trying to do here. Game 2 is going to be Splat Zones at Mahi Mahi Resort. And we're still going to finish up on time. This is going to be good. Event Horizon's going to come back. They're going to make this a set. Possibly. So I will point out that everything that is not sendout.ink has crashed. It has been fixed. So these are issues that would have appeared on Battlefy anyways. Star Allies got the huge lead in game 1. I'm assuming they just kind of coasted and took care of business. Maybe we could play the angle if game 2-1 went to a dramatic finish. Maybe Event Horizon was just 1 point away from getting the dub, but didn't seem like it was the case when we had about 50 seconds left to go there. Pencil Glazer sticking to their guns and using the pencil. Sniper saying, I can use pencil too. We're still going to have the Squelchies, still going to have the Ink Strikes coming out from Velvet on the Octo Shot. And Dev is not going to use the Wiper. Instead, they're going to upgrade their sword a little bit, going to use the Zipcaster, as the Squelchies immediately gets a free invite back to their spawn. Event Horizon trying to make this one a set, trying to get back into control of things. Right now, the early lead going to the Star Allies, but they're having a difficult time trying to push up. 2 players are getting eliminated. Silver Slime says, nah, I'm going to leave my pencil to die. I'm not about that. We're not going to win this situation, as Waffle here decapitates the pencil, sharpens them, if you will, and then uses the bubbler to try to create a way to start pushing up into the enemy side of the map. Now, Mahi Mahi Resort. Cool, great. It doesn't really start until the water drops, and the lava level is dropping, and this is the time when you want to have control of the zone. You got all this paint that you can build up to get some specials, to get a KO going. You don't have any penalty points to deal with. Snipers making sure the zone stays in their favor, but the Squelchies, and I believe that is the Octashot on the left side, have a difficulty starting to push up. And now everybody's going to be having difficulties pushing up because they're all dead. On the side of Event Horizon, at least, but still. Damage done, a good 28 points remaining of their opening push. Pencil Glazer has mad hops, jumps over a literal bomb, and is still alive right there in a good position to start attacking the enemy team as they start moving in right now. The Chosen One gets blown up as well, but 2 players down from the side of Event Horizons as they're still struggling to get back into control of things. Their pencil's been eliminated as well. That's not a good sign. And this could be lead shifting over to the Star Allies because they got a great lockout going right here. Galaxy K not going to find a way to take care of the pencil. Silver Slime, I believe, got broken by a wave. They did. A sound eliminated them right there. But are they going to find a way to get back in the zone and just flip it into their favor? They do at least pause it, and it does look like they do find a way to do that. The Chosen One pushed up trying to get some splats, wasn't able to find one just in time. And the Star Allies will have to watch this set go on at least a little bit longer to be approaching the halfway mark right here. Zipcaster has been something we've been seeing a lot on stream as of late, specifically from that vanilla stamper that we've been using right now. We haven't seen the caster being used in a way that's been like providing some splats, but they do continuously find ways to provide distractions from the enemy team. Maybe forced to turn around, shoot at them instead of the zone, and the Crab forced to shoot straight down at a 90-degree angle to chase one of those players out, and there comes the strike at the perfect time. Silver Line just kind of stuck in an awkward spot, but still able to survive. The question is, can they find a way to start attacking that zone yet again? Penalty points gone for Event Horizon. The Pencil Glazer and the Chosen One being the last 2 players left alive. There's the Pencil's jumping out, and somebody else is jumping in. That is Dev doing a little bit of a switcheroo. You're now fighting me instead, but the lead does go into the favor of Event Horizon. Do they have enough to hold on and get the KO right here? It's a tug of war in the zone. More players alive from the Star Allies. Surely they're going to find a way to cap it, and they do. The game moves on, but the lead now back into the favor of Event Horizons. However, you just got to get rid of their penalty points, and that would basically be enough to get control of the lead. Nice little trade right there. Pencil Glazer making sure they get into the right spots, but Waffle, whoever got that splat on Waffle made sure their pencil stayed alive because they did not have the greatest angle to fight that Samurai Toothbrush sword. Instead, the zone does go into the Star Allies' favor, and they just got to chew through their penalty points. If I'm Event Horizon, I'm chilling. I'm not getting into water because water, for some reason, kills Inklings. You would think they wouldn't go and have a fight at a place that has water around it, but here we are. Regardless, build up some specials, throw those Ink Strikes in the bubbler at the zone at the same time, and all go in because this is now or never for Event Horizon, Waffle, and Dev in a 1v1 for the whole set, essentially. And it does look like those ink strikes are enough onto the zone to give the lead, or at least the control of it, back into Event Horizon's favor. 30 seconds left to go here. Pencil Glazer trying to get a pick on Sniper. Pencil versus Pencil action, and the Chosen One cuts in on that dance they were invited to. Galaxy K trying to get something going here with the rest of their teammates as well. Ink Strike's ready to go, but there's hardly any penalty points that are going to be chewed through here. It's Event Horizon has to just rush right in yet again, and there is a waiting roller right there. Somehow they cap the zone still. So a very pesky Event Horizon who just has to do that one more time, but I don't think they got the resources anymore. Eventually, they're just going to run out of things they can throw at the zone. Waffle and Dev fighting it yet again. This time, getting splatted is Event Horizon, and the Wavebreaker's not going to paint the zone, and the Pencil can't outpaint another Pencil. Star Allies wrestles the lead back into their favor, and they get the win on this set. 2-0. We'll play one more just for funsies, for eventual tiebreakers if it gets down to it. The Star Allies is coming into this round 3. And they're going to exit it 3-0 in the tournament, looking pretty strong as they continue their day. One more set. Somebody in chat has demanded we ban somebody. And my answer is sure, why not? We demand a sacrifice. Maybe that will appease everything else that has been breaking down on the site today. So let us know who specifically you want banned, and we'll probably see if we can look into making that happen. I am jolly. Thank you for asking. I am very jolly. Once again, the only people talking in chat are the Star Allies players. You guys realize you are playing the set right now. Like, you can come back and watch the set after you're done playing it. And yet here they are anyways. Am I tired? I'm not tired, actually. I am doing a lot of talking, but I'm not physically tired. Tower Control Art Academy is game 3. We're just waiting for one more player to ready up. By the way, this is the last one that I'm doing. After this one, round 4, we're going to do a commentator switch. And the 2 commentators are Nito and Joe Ryan. So be on the lookout for that. It's going to be an actual one person talks, and then they stop talking, and a different person chimes in. I know radical kind of way of listening to a commentary for a Splatoon set, but we'll see how that works out here. Event Horizon trying to justify the papers a little bit, try to even up the set at 1-2. Doesn't even it up, I guess, technically, but does make it look a little bit better than a 3-0. The Chosen One. And I've been calling this player Silver Slime. It's actually Silver Lime. I don't think there is such a thing as a Silver Lime. It's both. What do you mean it's both? Oh, it's Slime on Sindhu. The Silver... Oh, you can't call yourself Silver Slime because that's 11 characters, isn't it? So they are just Silver Lime on here, which makes even less sense, but we roll with it here. Event Horizon with control of the tower, but don't have control of the man advantage, so this push isn't really going to be going anywhere. So we try to... Sniper going back to the edit to make sure that they get the pencil still. A little bit more run speed, I'm assuming. I haven't played a lot of pencil, but I've been playing a lot of Splatoon. I know pencil, it's got a little bit of schmovement to it. But maybe some of the other chargers don't. As the first checkpoint falls into the favor of the Star Allies. And maybe this third one, or the second one will as well. The second one, very difficult to get across, and to clear it this early with a minute 15 left to go is a good situation for the Star Allies to be in. They got a huge lead at the beginning of Game 1. They got a huge lead here at the beginning of Game 3. They had to battle their way back. In Game 2, the Splat Zones won. But they've been looking pretty solid, at least from what we've seen so far. Obviously, they're 2-0 going into this one, so they're going to be 3-0. If you want to guarantee a spot in Alpha Bracket, you need to go 5-1. Which, if you go 4-2, you're going to have to be at the mercy of tiebreaker rules. which you can control your own destiny. You just go 5-1, take care of business right here. And Star Allies are doing just that so far. Waffle's Toothbrush has a little bit more cut to it than the Toothbrush of Dev. Well, I believe that, yeah, Dev has used 3 different melee weapons throughout the set. They used the Wiper in Game 1, they used Stamper in Game 2. Now they're on to the Toothbrush. That is a trade. Toothbrush versus Toothbrush action going on right there. It's 2 minutes and 40 seconds left to go. So what is the win condition here? How does Event Horizon get back into this particular game and get the dub? We're going to have to keep that Galaxy, not the Galaxy, we're going to have to keep the edit away from wherever the pencil is. That is a losing matchup. But if we can find ways to get rid of that pencil, and start pushing up with the edit, get them onto the tower, guide everybody else. Maybe there's some particular spots that we got to find a way. Blocking down the Chosen One, using Ninja Squid Roller, is going to be key as well. Obviously, they get a little bit out of position right there, but not jumping back to spawn, instead jumping back to their pencil player, who's staying alive and doing a good job with that. Is there any way Event Horizon can knock out the pencil? I mean, you got bombs to work with to kind of displace them. You got ink strikes you can kind of work with. The wave breaker is not really going to do much. I mean, you can make them hot, but, you know, who cares? Here's an opportunity to get a push going now for Event Horizon. Defensively, there's no ink strikes on the side of Star Allies. They got double. Are they doing double bubbler? They are. They got a crab that they can work with, but they have no, like, GG, you have to get off the tower kind of special. And that might come back to haunt them right now as they're trying to hold on defensively. Event Horizon desperately trying to get across this tower. The suction bomb doing a good job of, like, hey, you need to get off for at least now. But the second checkpoint falls. With a minute left to go, this is the great opportunity to try to get the lead. I don't know if they have enough to do it just that, though. It's just Waffle left alive. So they hold on. At least I think they do. Everybody and their mom is jumping in from the side of Event Horizon to try to keep this push going. They're selling everything, realizing the tower's right there. We're so close. But now everything shuts down. The Chosen One's going to start ledge camping and getting some nice splats, a nice double to clear down the counter push that's going to be coming out from the side of Event Horizon. And now Star Allies playing again like they have, like they're the team that doesn't have the lead. Try to push that tower. I'm not going to feel super safe now that the other team has 2 checkpoints cleared, the same as the Star Ally team does. Dev push all the way up, and it's just Waffle who does a good job of taking out the pencil. Silver Lime. Is that the end of the push? Dev is doing something kind of sneaky there, though, and I don't think Event Horizon realizes it. And they might realize it as soon as Dev finds a way to get onto the tower and gets a splat on the Toothbrush somehow. Was that a suction bomb splat? Gets a nice double. Oh, Dev, you lose track of one player, and the push gets shut down before it even gets started. Nicely done by the Toothbrush wielder Dev. The melee master. The Star Allies sweep the set 3-0. And that should hopefully end the round all across the board. Nicely done. Before we do a comm switch, we'll do a quick look at the brackets as they stand right now. And I believe we're just waiting on a few more sets. No, I gotta hit the refresh. Yeah, so round 4 is pretty much going to be starting momentarily for everybody. So we're on pace right now. So real quick, any interesting things coming out from Group A? FlipSide beats Ball Up top 2-1. Inkbound falls to Rainfall, so we'll have to keep an eye on Rainfall. Inkbound's a really strong team, but Rainfall got the better of them 2-1. Idiots in Chat 3-0 Moonshine, so that's the second loss for Moonshine. Their odds of making Alpha Bracket pretty much shot at this point. They're going to have to win out and then hope things work into their favor. What a win for the Idiots in Chat. Wow. Lost Inklings bounce back from their loss for last round. They're up 3-0. They win that one. And I Love Latina, Squid Rollups might be the team of the tournament right now. They are 3-0, and they just knocked off I Love Latina Sonic 2-1. They beat Lost Inklings last round. Okay, Squid Rollups, the most interesting team right now. Let's move on over to Group B. Take a look at what's going on over there. Jet lag. Oh, jet lag and tidy tidings. That is a monstrous set to be played. Then it could be your grand final set. Jet lag beats them 2-1. Tidy tidings still in a good position to make alpha bracket though. Inkception knocks off Honor Bound 2-1. Inkception's not messing around today. They are coming to play. Seasick getting a 3-0 win. Fish Paste 2-1 over Slam Blitzers. And I think that's it. I don't think anything else stands out as really significant. So, okay. So there we go. Oh, and Remix beats Asphyxiation. Turns out they can breathe. We're moving on to round 4. We're going to switch commentators. Neo and Joe Ryan are coming up next. So we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with them. You are watching Low Ink here on IPL.
Welcome back to Low Ink Day 1. It's me, Nito, here with Zorian, and we actually have enough budget in the IPL bank to afford 2 commentators.
No, honestly, no, it's not the budget. We have enough time to afford 2 commentators on day 1. Because, funny enough, it's December. It's the end of the year. And there's no commentators at the end of the year because we're all busy for Christmas. You know, we're standing with family, but who cares about family when we have low ink coming up in the month? So we have jet lag for the Celestial. Do you have any knowledge about this team, Nita?
Well, I can tell you right now, looking at the standings, these 2 teams are undefeated, so already there's a lot of people coming in and thinking, alright, this has huge implications already. Whoever wins this one has a better chance of getting an alpha bracket. Whoever loses this one doesn't have as good of a chance. They still have a chance, not as good. And that's the basics of it. Right now, actually, Celestial is on top of Group B, on top of the Group B standings. Jet lag in 5th. So, again, huge playoff implications, actually huge match implications here.
Well, and the funniest knowledge, if anyone watched Taste to Win yesterday, we saw these 2 actually fight in the 3rd place match. Jet lag for Celestial, but Jet lag actually came to victory. So this is gonna be basically a rematch from last night. So coming in for our back is going to be huge for them. But we're going to be seeing the yellow, that's going to be Jet lag. And we're going to see in the purple, that's going to be Celestial. Same comps as before, as usual, but we're going to be seeing something from Celestial that's different from last night. We didn't have a blaster, and Valley is going to be showing up and popping up with the S-Blast this time.
Keep an eye on that S-Blast. I love seeing the combinations people come out with this. Keep an eye on Rowie and Darks. It seems like a duo that Jet Lag's going to be looking out for. But Celestial gets 2 players down within the first 20 seconds of the matchup. Dark's now trying to get a pick here, presumably with this splatter shot. Nothing there yet, but it's going to be Jet Lag who gets the first dibs here. A few more picks should be enough to get that clam into the basket, and it is.
Yeah, and with the Viper, again, this is showing Jelly's purely victory. Again, with Jelly having the Kraken ready, they're going to be popping it up and playing to play super aggressive as much as possible. And we have to see Koru. Koru is going to be the scariest player on the side of Jet Lag, as they're going to be having that Splatoon playing all the way into the base. As they already are, I mean, see it more on the backside, just playing with mobile clams.
Oh man, 11 points remaining already. First minute of the match, and Jet Lag is making a statement. Roar tries to get in a few more clams, but that is going to be it for Jet Lag. Celestial has all the time in the world to get some more turf, and they will. Already 1 player going down for Jet Lag, but they come back very quickly here due to the cooler, I'm assuming. But they already get 1 player down from Celestial. This push may not last longer if they can make good use of their specials there. Inkzuka already came out. The Booyah Bomb out, 2 picks already for the side of Celestial. Can they make a move in?
Well, okay, they're all making move a little bit down. Okay, that's 2 down Jet Lag actually on the left side. That's gonna be another down on Celestial. That's gonna be Ravi actually going down, but you have the cool up. That Zuko almost actually got every 3 of them, but because of the cooler actually blocking the way, that was actually gonna be a solid defense on the side of Jet Lag. I'm seeing mine up for Celestial. They're gonna be trying to go up back and try to make double clamps actually. They don't have a pity clamp because of the first push, but god damn, the 11 push though from the side of Jet Lag. That wouldn't matter right now because we see for Celestial that first pop is going coming in. If they get a second clamp, this might be a really good entourage for them to actually get the victory.
Dark's now trying to get the power climb. Oh, that is a huge stop by the Blobber from Jet Lag. A few more stops there, a few more picks, and a complete wipe for Jet Lag. Celestial goes down as fast as that push came in. Jet Lag leaving no space for Celestial to make a comeback.
Yeah, no space to come back at all. We are going to be seeing them have a pity up inside Jet Lag. That's Shelly going down. That's huge for the side of Celestial because they don't have Blobber annoyance coming to their side and they have a lot of paper. Koru, it's going to be the big issue. As we've seen the splashdown getting a triple, this is the huge play that we want to see from Koru and Jet Lag, and that's going to be their time to pop in, and that's basically almost going to KO because they have clamps on the left side as well. If they get that, that's basically a GG.
2 more clams, all it takes for Jet Lag to close this out 2 minutes early. They have those 2 clams. Will they be able to get in? They do not have those 2 clams anymore, but Nomad sneaks in those 2 clams and gets the KO for Jet Lag, leading the set 1-0.
That's a solid start for Jet Lag, and honestly, that's more of a revenge seeker for the side of Jet Lag as well against Celestial because, again, last night they played against each other, we didn't see Valley at all. But now that Valley's in, they're still not scared at all for Jet Lag. They still have the motivation coming in for the 2-0, or Wait, no, this is round 4 actually, so that's a 3-0. And they want to sell the statement that they are going to be in the top side and want to get first place on to tomorrow.
So as a reminder, Celestial is first in the Group B standings, Jetlag in 5th. They're actually 5th because of a tiebreaker. I believe they've lost to either Caniac Central or Inkception or Error 404, but they are 5th in the standings so far. They've brought the fight to Celestial, which is, I mean, obviously, you just saw an entire match where they went all the way up to 11 remaining, maybe let Celestial score a few points. Jorian, I mean, what do we get from this? I mean, Jetlag just does so well here.
What we get for this is basically just what can Celestial do to overtake their aggression? Because again, Kobu and Shelly is the main people they're going to be scared at. War is playing the pencil, so they're just going to be staying in the middle the whole time. Nomad is going to be the sneaky shot. How can you play against this? Valley mostly wouldn't want to stay in and stay away, maybe? Maybe with the Booyah Bombs, maybe try to do a little bit of Booyah dancing, because we're going to be moving on to the next zone map, which is going to be Shipshape.
Shipshape, Cargo Coast, Blood Zones. What I saw from there is a combination of the blob from Jetlag, like you mentioned in the match, being very disruptive, being very annoying, being an annoyance. I mean, do they bring that back? Jetlag just does really well with that, I think.
Oh, Nito. They're going to stay with the same comp no matter what. So,
I like
Celestial.
I like it.
Yeah, so for Celestial, they're taking a little bit of time. They're deciding what they want to do next, because they are not swapping any roster. They're doing with the same 4 people. What weapons will be the difference though, if they have any? Or are they going to stick to the word and try to go the same thing on zones?
Well, there was a bit of thought there from Celestial, but they seem to be raring to go already. We're gonna head into this second game, Splat Zones on Shipshape, like you said, Jetlag with the same comp, and actually Celestial with, I believe, the same comp. No, they swapped out the NZAP and they've given it the Octo shot, the T-Tech here.
No cooler comp is going to be on the side of Celestial, going all in with the Zuka and going all in with the Tri-Tex as well. So that's going to be trying to painting, but nope. Okay, we're going to be seeing again Kovu starting it off strong, going into double on the left side, and with this help Nomad as well, and Shelly is immediately going to the base of Celestial again.
3 specials out, Core already coming out with the picks. Jetlag has no mercy here. They've already gone far up in enemy territory. They've taken lockout positions. Even if it isn't a lockout, it may as well be when you're playing against Jetlag. 60 points remaining for them. As Celestial trying to make something of this Roy here with the S-Blast, trying to make something happen from here, gets traded off by the splashdown. Darks has that Trizuka ready. Watch for that Trizuka, and especially that Roar there. Needs to watch out for that Trizuka. It could be popped at any moment. This can cause lots of trouble for him. There goes the Trizuka. They go down almost immediately. Jetlag shutting everything down. Oh, Roy's coming in with some sauce here. One more. There it is.
That's a quad, by the way. So Roy is just going to be going in with the rest of the team of Celestial and finally being able to pop in and get some kind of victory, because that's no penalty at all. But that's an option. Okay, never mind. That's going to be Shelly had to cancel out both because they don't want to go up ahead all the time. But that's going to be again Google on the arc shot, actually trying to go in and try to play aggressive as much as possible. But that rain's going to be coming on side of Shelly. Again, there's going to be Koyu, there's going to be Nomad. That actually kill control of getting Nomad is going to be huge, because that's not going to be any Zuka play, and that's going to be rain advantage going to the side of Celestial if they get it though, because Shelly is right behind trying to take it up, maybe going to go for a double as well if they get the jump. They do get the jump, and that's going to be big points on the side of Jetlag to kill off the penalty points.
Oh man, Celestial starting to get a little chippy here with some of these interactions as we saw earlier. But Jetlag back to where they were in the beginning. Cobra going down, 2 players going down for Jetlag. One more might be going down here. Rowie yet again, can they be the hero? Jet shut down by Shelly here with the blob. 3 people for Celestial left to take care of the zone here. Nomad in a bit of trouble. Solar trying to fend him off and does so. Shelly in a bit of trouble here too. Both teams trading off picks left and right. We're going to see if there's any sort of winner here. Rory still being a hero here with the blaster. I mean, my goodness.
Yeah, the hero play coming from Rory is going to be huge. Okay, after you get eliminated though, that's going to be a little bit issue, because that's going to be 2 down on the side of Celestial, but 1 down on the side of Just like actually that splash is gonna be happening as well, and actually killing off one other person. That's gonna be Darks down. Solar's gonna be alive. That's gonna be a fight on the right side as well. That's going to be mostly a 2v1 actually because of Rowie actually fighting up against Kowu, and Kowu is going to get the victory actually against Valley, and that's Solar play right now, being the last one on the right side as it's switching to Goglu on its own, getting eliminated.
Well, and that's all she wrote. Jet Lag will be taking the set going 2-0. It is still play all 3, but Jet Lag, I mean, I could use all the words for sweep and all the synonyms for sweep that I could find in the source, but I don't know. This is a really nice display of skill by Jet Lag here.
Yeah, and also I looked at my facts just again. I was a little bit wrong. Jet Lag actually didn't play Celestial last night, but the reason why is because Jet Lag actually was so close to winning a championship against one of the other seeds before, but they're not playing. But we actually have a better knowledge of more teams because in the A side, a random fact, on the 8th side, Jet Lag did fight against FlipSide, who is first place right now, and actually win against that set, and they were only seed 5. And for Jet Lag on this seeding, I think their seed, what are their seed actually for this bracket in low ink?
For Jet Lag,
The C2.
Yes, C2.
Yo.
I wonder who number 1 is now, and I'm looking at it.
FlipSide.
FlipSide. Yeah, no, I assume so. FlipSide coming in and seeing all the results from FlipSide, there is no surprise that they're number 1. But as far as this group goes, I'm looking at some of the other matches that Jet Lag and Celestia are going to be interested in looking at. Remix is actually 2-0 against Caniac Central, another 3-0 team. Tidy Tidings now 2-0 against Error 404. That is going to be another huge win for them. So it's really, everything came down to this set, and with Jet Lag already winning the set, Celestial has the opportunity here to at least provide some sort of spoiler role, at least take one game off.
Yeah, if they take one game up, that's gonna be good for their tiebreaker at least, because what they can stay is stay as a top side. But if they're going to be going 3-0, that's gonna be really orangey in the Swiss side. But we're going to be seeing this game 3. Hopefully Celestial can get a point in Waymaker. But seeing the aggression from Jet Lag, we're going to see a lot of difference from Celestial.
Absolutely. We're going to see what kind of changes they make. And one of those changes, actually 2 of those changes here. There's a Vanilla Splat Dualies and a Luna Blast. Neo Luna Blaster coming out from the side of Celestial. Rowie, of course, with the blaster. I love seeing what Rowie comes out with their S-Blast. I wonder what they have with this Neo Luna.
The Neo Luna for the side of Rowie, they're going to be getting more aggression. Because with that hammer, it's going to be a way to come back in. But it doesn't really matter if Shelly is just going to be avoiding them at all. Because on the left side, that tri-strike could come out, but he still gets a checkpoint. That's a 30-second, that's only a 27-second pop actually. Rowie's still going to be thinking path onto going for the right side, but going for the left side, trying to go for Steve first.
Rowie and Nomad, they're caught in a fight. Roar there, able to help out. Nomad there, but 2 players going down for Jet Lag. Celestial now in a much better spot than they were earlier. They've got the Rainmaker, they've got some specials to boot. They've already got 2 of them coming out, but the Kraken, they need to watch out for the Kraken. Solar is in. Shelly is currently chasing Solar for that Rainmaker. Nothing comes out of that, but now they're going to move to this left pedestal here, try to get something going with this. But there's a lot of pressure from Jet Lag. Can they get it through? No, they do not. Can they save themselves in trouble? There's 3 players there actually for Jet Lag. Celestia in a very good spot here.
Yeah, if Nomad actually got the shot on Celestial with that Zuka getting triple, but because of the fortunate corner it actually didn't, that would have been a solid KO right there for the side of Jet Lag, honestly. But for Celestial right now, getting the triple to be alive actually, and Rowie actually getting the first checkpoint pop, everyone is going to be on the left side, but we're going to be so Kowu going in with Sneak, getting a single, and not getting a double though, because that's going to be helped by the Pencil of War, and that's going to be a reset on the side of Kowu and the rest of Jet Lag. As Googleoo is actually going to be a mid, getting the Rainmaker ready with the tri-strikes.
Giving some room for Jet Lag to breathe. That reset's going to give them some time here as Celestial gets setting themselves up for another pusher. Solar goes down though. Shelly with the pick back. Rowie getting 2 with that Neo Luna. Gotta be careful when there's a Neo Luna in your space, but so far neither team able to capitalize on these picks just yet. Nomad here from Jetlag still looking to get a few picks off, maybe get some bombs out, see what they can do with this. Darks here trying to get a pick there, but Koru wins the duel he did out there. Jetlag in control yet again.
Yeah, but because he's one voting, Bowie actually gonna be winning that off. The Hammer's gonna be flipping them off, and actually they do get the kill player enough, even though that's off screen. But that's gonna be double tries because of Celestials with Darks after twice going on the way. And now we're going to be seeing right now, we're going to be seeing now Celestial coming back in, going for the left side, trying the best to actually take the lead. But that pencil for more, the shots and action is going to be counting them out. That bomb actually almost killed Solo as well. But that's going to be more again, trying the best to do anything. Google is going to go down the right side. That's going to be going down from Koru once again. Dark getting killed off by Koru as well. Koru's going to kill off Galvawi. That's going to be a trick on one against Shelly. Shelly's going to get the win, and now Jetlag is going to get the victory again.
Wow, okay, a bit of a camera fighting there from Rowie with the blaster, but Jetlag in control with the Rainmaker once again. Warrior now holding Rainmaker for Jetlag. Can they get themselves past the pedals? They've already done it once. It's going to be a lot of trouble there. There's a bomb there. There's Solar there. Able to stop the Rainmaker from going any further. Jetlag, though, still on top of things. Cobra with the pick. 2 players going down now. Google here making some moves for Celestial as Celestial takes control of the Rainmaker and tries to get themselves within striking distance. They're trying to get themselves a lead, but it's going to be very difficult here. Jetlag still taking on top of things. Koru here already in front. Celestial hanging on for now.
Yeah, Celestial will be hanging on for now because of the desperate corner we're going to be seeing it with Celestial. Fighting ahead of the time for Solo actually, because all the teams are actually right behind them. They're waiting for specials, but that's gonna be a little bit of an action of a call for the side of Wowie and Google together, because that's gonna be done for Nomad. The Krakens are gonna be coming up from Shelly as well when the time comes. But as you see right now for special wise, that's good. Oh, that's gonna be actually going down without a hammer, and that's the arc shot going down as well without the tri-strike in 45 seconds. We can see just Jetlag to stall it out and just save the victory right there.
It looks like they're stalling it out already. They don't seem to have any urgency to move it up though. That's gonna come at a cost. Rowie there with the blaster able to take out the Rainmaker holder, but watch out for Koru. Koru still trying to sneak himself by. Knows they can do it, knows they can win this fight very well. Here goes Solar. Solar going not down, sorry. Solar's still alive. No, Koru still finds a way out. Solar goes down. Another one still around. It's going to be Google for Celestial. Koru's still alive. Now fighting off 2 players, but 2 of them take out Koru. One last gasp for Celestial right now. Unless Jetlag has anything to say about it. 5 seconds left on the clock. Celestial picks up the Rainmaker, but it goes down! Shelly! Oh my goodness!
Don't mess with Shelly with the blob. Everyone must have learned that by now, as we saw on stream. They are a monster on the blob, and also shout out to Koru again. Every single word we say, it's coming from Koru's dually play. Just a monster type of sneaks and monster type of splashdowns. The underrated dualies, by the way. No one plays Imperius as much, but if you see an Imperius like that, that's gonna be a really scary day too for a lot of people.
It's already a scary day 1 for me, and I'm not even allowed to play in low ink anymore.
Yeah, we're both banned.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
I wonder if the last commentator's banned. Anyway.
Oh yeah, like maybe like 5 years ago, and that's why they totally moved on to TO low ink. Yeah, but possibly. But yeah, going into the main thing though, just for Jetlag, the main monster you will go be seeing on day 2 most likely is gonna be Nomad, Koru, Shellfire, and oh dang it! Wow. Yeah, no, there's gonna be 4 people for sure. That is the main thing. For Celestial, even though they're gonna be out, they don't make it to Alpha bracket, they still have the rest of the bracket. They have Beta for sure. If they get Beta, they still got this in the bag no matter what. I am gonna enjoy it for Celestial no matter what, because they're so strong enough potential to still win a bracket.
We're gonna update y'all on the standings for Group B real quick. Jetlag now on top of Group B. Inkception, and Remix, the only teams left undefeated. Celestial going down to 7th, right behind Tidy Tidings. This is fine. And Caniac Central, Seasick, will be rounding out the top 8 there. Looking at Group A, not that big of a shakeup. I mean, FlipSide still cruising through. Serves Up, actually also the other undefeated team. We got Ball up top, Fearless. Star Allies, which we saw earlier. Exam week, which it is exam week. Unfortunately, it's exam week for many of us. But that's all we have for round 4 right now. Round 5 is going to be on its way very shortly here. Jorian, what are you thinking?
Well,
Break time?
well, let's talk a little bit more because Flav said from the standing.
Yeah, we yap.
Yeah, we can yap a little bit longer, honestly, as we're going
Let's
to see
yap.
for the Group A side. Yeah, let's yap. Team for Group A side, TMU Maroon. That's a college team, by the way. CCA just ended.
Yeah.
So they can just grind out any low number they want, and we've seen that 1-to-1 action. I guess Malicious Mystery. I feel that was a name change for some reason. because if you don't know the joke, for Loic or for some tournaments as well, if your name is cringe or something, from what I heard at least, your name could be changed to some kind of TV show that I forgot what it's called. So it's funny that it's still coming back in action. Calamity 4-0, they have been in the game for the longest time, and they actually are still going on. They're in 2-0 victory right now, but for Group A side, what placement are they on? They are in the middle of the pack, so they can still get Gamma.
Yeah, I love that you mentioned collegiate teams. I mean, obviously CCA had their big circuit finals earlier. Texas A&M, which is the team you see there, that is one of the teams we saw in the circuit. Pretty sure it's like Giga Maggies. I don't know. I went to UT, Dallas, and then I moved up to the Midwest for some reason. But yeah, I like seeing collegiate teams out here, but I do also want to talk about team names now that you brought it up, because I see 11'8" Bridge, name pending.
I love Latina Sonic.
Oh, Christ.
Gubby Fortnite. The British Empire.
Ooh.
Eufresh also coming back.
British people, I'm sorry.
Eufresh. Unfortunately lost to the exam week. Remember that Eufresh is in the German/UK era, so losing to the exam week is actually really painful as a struggle. A morning struggle is actually lost to Mercury. So Space 1. X name. Okay then. Fearless. Serves up. Fearless actually did play yesterday as well, but they didn't make as far. And also, I should say as well, obviously, that a lot of these teams might have played FDIU last night as well. So it's continuing the conversion from last night to today, and hopefully we can see the combined results do well for them, which I think is doing well for them right now for Group A. But quickly, if you can see Group B again, let's await the team names there. Maybe, if possible. Thank you, streamer.
Love it.
Thank you. So, yeah, we saw Jet Life and Celestial in the start. Distortion plus Inkception. That's a combo, for sure.
Yeah, that's like 2 of my favorite Christopher Nolan movies, I think.
Okay, well, we saw Splash Cat Orange come in. We see TMU White coming in. On about losing 3-0 to Kestra. I feel like I heard it in Kestra somewhere before. Last night in FIU. That's where I remember it from. I think they made it far, but they didn't make it. I think they made it far, but they make it as far. Red Velvet C, again, OGs. They still coming back, but it got 3-0 against Squid Reservoir in round 4. Killstreak, though. Killstreak is going to be a big name in the scene because they have been here in the scene for like 6 years or something now. Like, they are really old low-level teams, just like Lost Inklings as well. Or the Whip Rates if they play as well. But that 3-0 actually does serve them in the potential to going into possibly a beta bracket. Hopefully.
I do want to bring up the fact that there's a team called Twister Time, which, if Low Ink history serves us right, they will be tied for first with another team called Blue Sun.
What?
Because, nearly 4 years ago, Red Sun and Twister Time tied up. And now we got this same thing about to happen here. I think it's an omen.
Twister Time.
Twister Time, Twisted Time. Where is Blue Sun? Is there Blue Sun?
No, there's not Blue Sun, unfortunately. I miss Blue Moon, though. Blue Moon was cool. Twister Time as well, as you say, that actually is a 2-to-2 fashion. So, Unfortunately, they might not be able to get Alpha back unless the RNG goes to the favor, but we'll see from there. Deep Sea International... Is that Deep Sea International? Yeah, that's Deep Sea International. Fritz Crisis averted. The Deep Sea match will be calling about a noise complaint for sure. This is fun for participation. Oh, I think that's that's an upset or a revenge play, if I remember correctly. So that's that's a good score actually. For them.
Yes, the answer is yes.
Yeah, but honestly, the funny thing is, what better thing actually for your side, 3 college teams showed up to Low Ink. And that's great to see because they have commitment to keep on playing.
Yeah, I have to admit, when I used to play in Low Ink, it is something worth noting how 3 hours doesn't seem like a lot, but then you play 6 rounds of Splatoon. It is a bit of a commitment because for Central Time, that's 12 to 3, so you may be missing out on lunch, or at least lunch is heavily delayed. Now you've got all this, like, a 3-hour block in your Saturday where you gotta be doing Splatoon for 3, maybe 4 hours. I mean, it hardly ever goes to 4, and then you do well in that first day, and then you gotta show up again on Sunday, and then who knows how long it'll last. I remember a Gamma Bracket entry for me that lasted until 5 p.m. It happens, but there is something worth noting about the commitment that we see from these teams.
Yeah, dude, I remember I remember that too. Like, that's what I think all of them were double elimination brackets actually, but ever since like maybe the time when they changed it to top 32 into alpha and beta switch from single limb, that made a huge difference. And also, wait, if you remember, best of 7 grands.
Yeah, no, I remember. Sad enough.
Yep. Well, we're going to be right back though, because we're going to be waiting for round 5 coming into play. That's going to be very soon. And after that, it's going to be round 6. And after that, we'll be done. We'll be seeing you in like a minute, 2 minutes. Soon-ish.
Welcome back to Low Ink Day 1 of the last Low Ink of 2024, actually. I'm Nito. Alongside me is Jorian, and on your screens is probably one of the most important matchups we see all day. FlipSide 4-0 versus Serves Up 4-0. Jorian, I'm pretty sure from here, whichever team wins is basically confirmed an alpha bracket spot.
For sure, whoever wins this is going to be alpha bracket contenders. We're going to see for the flip side though, that's good. We talked about them a little bit earlier, like maybe 5 minutes ago. They're the seed 1 contenders. Service Up, the pickup, they're seed 13. Shocker that they made it all the way up here, but honestly, from the results though, mostly the odds should be against them in seeding, but you know, the play all that matters. And we're going to see Solex, Mounty, Rosa, and Mirage. Unfortunately, Slane's not here because there's some play issues, or maybe even see them late because of the maps. But we're going to see for flip side, we're going to see Vito, Charvy. No, not Charvy. Charvy is out for today. It's going to be Kusami, Yagi, and LeFish, actually, for the flip side.
LeFish, that's, yeah, it shares a name. I mean, yeah.
Surely. But yeah, Tower Control Mako.
Yep, Tower Control Mako Mart is where we're going to start things off for both of these teams. Remember, both teams 4-0 heading into this matchup, so lots on the line here for both of them as we see our starting lineups and our starting comps. There's the Dreadringer. Dreadringer's starting to have more of a presence in comp. I like to see it. On the other side, you've got a Shot, Tri-Slosh Nouveau, Custom Blaster, and a Scope.
Yeah, on the side of flip side though, I want to let you know this is going to be the company of a multi-C for fish. It's going to be the sneaker that we're going to be love to see on this map, but the Dreadwinger play from flip side is going to be the hugest play as we see so far, because we saw that they can do a lot of damage if you're Dreadwinger yourself, and you can get the ledge here on Mika Mark too, and with that Reef Slider you can actually run a tower and actually run on that too. Where did the Reef Slider go?
Good question. We'll find out more as we progress on with this match. As we eventually find a Reef Slider. There's another Reef Slider, at least from Kusame, on the side of FlipSide. Serves Up, still holding on to a small lead here. 92 remaining, nothing too crazy here, but Mirage on the Blaster, trying to make some moves happen. There's one pick, or at least one assist there from Mirage. Lots of players going down in the middle here. Kusame able to get one pick with that Dreadringer. Still a few more picks to go for both sides. It's both teams trading each other right now as we get past the first minute of the match.
Yeah, the main thing though for the side of FlipSide, we want to see them keep on going, but with that bomb kill actually going from the side of Serves Up, that's going to be a little bit of a stall fed going on the side of FlipSide to actually go up ahead. But we're going to see the first checkpoint going to be going down on the side of FlipSide. We might be able to see them come up, but we see Brownies on the Tri-Slosher trying to do anything to do a little bit fancy action with the Tri-Slosher, and also trying to get full cover as well, but getting Vito is going to be huge right there, as possibly a double as well, but that's going to be more pain when the side of Serves Up than FlipSide.
Better watch out where you put that Tactical. Already ran over the tower, but good thing everyone's got a bit of the Tactical drink so far. One play going down. Wow, what a pick from the sniper right on the side of FlipSide. Serves Up currently working on getting towards that lead. 2 players going down. It's going to be a little tricky here. They do get the lead. It's not a strong one for now, but it's going to be the lead as he gets 77 remaining compared to FlipSide's 80 remaining. Still half of the match to go. Nothing too crazy happening here. Both teams, though, trading picks left and right.
Solex is going to be having Zuga 7 up. I mean, that Zuga going to come into play because the checkpoint is not broken on the side of FlipSide. We're going to be seeing that, and the rest of the same team Serves Up go into action. And we're going to be seeing slowly but surely them dancing on the checkpoint because of those strike coming into play. The Zuga is going to be coming out as well. The Dreadwinger, once that hits the tower, it's going to be GG's for the side of Serves Up. With that Zuga as well, actually going for the side FlipSide though, and actually going to the side of FlipSide as well. Is Bradley going to get someone? Mirage going to get someone as well. That Dreadwinger is going to be the last one alive, and with that snap on LeFish, that's going to be possibly the Dreadwinger going down as well. But the main thing is we're going to be seeing Mirage and Serves Up being able to finally, not finally by the tower. They're going to be delaying a little bit more because Vito is still going to be alive and going to get the kill on Select, and now that's going to be FlipSide's chance to actually get the victory.
Right, and the FlipSide has a lead for now. Again, this seems to be the story of the entire game here. No strong leads yet, but FlipSide now starting to build up on that. Once they get past this checkpoint, it's going to get a lot easier for them now and in the future. Should Serves Up be able to make a comeback here? So far, it's 68 remaining for FlipSide. Serves Up starting to mount a counter attack here. They do have someone on the bottom there, Mirage, with the custom blast of 3 players going down for FlipSide. Serves Up making their way up. That is going to be all-time FlipSide has with the tower. Serves Up says it's my turn here.
Now we're going to be seeing if it's sort of saying my time I just said. That's going to be a Zuka coming to play first. Going from the right, going for the left. Trying to go for the top ledge, but doesn't get the top ledge enough. That's mostly at 60 hit though. That's going to be good enough. I'm going to be seeing for Sharpie actually going to be playing on the pencil actually. With the Dreadwing coming up for Kasami. That's Splashdown coming out as well from the Custom Blaster. As we're going to be seeing right now, that's going to be 2 to 3 down on the side of FlipSide. That's going to be Serves Up actually taking the victory back. Up by 3, 4, and now 5 points.
Back and forth, the leads and the picks from both sides, but now FlipSide able to get a wipe out there, able to get a cooler down as well. You can bet they're coming in all guns blazing, and it just sure looks like it on the map here. Javito and at least 3 other players on their right stack here. Few more players coming out. Here comes the Killer Whale. Maybe give Javito some more help, but no, Sharpie left to that tower all on their own. Mirage able to get an assist there at least, and it's down to 20 seconds left. Currently holding the lead is going to be Serves Up. FlipSide, though, they do have a numbers advantage here. Can they hold on to the tower long enough to take the lead here? 10 seconds to go. Nobody nearby for FlipSide. Serves Up, holding it down. 5 seconds to go. Nobody around. Was Kasami for the Tri Slasher. One more stand, but that's going to be enough for the time being. Serves Up has this one locked down.
They just wanted to go for the wipe at the end, waiting for the jump before getting the victory right there. And that solid victory for the side of Serves Up, showing that they could be number 1 seed, even though it's close by 5 points. Even though that's just only on Tower 2, that's still really big on a statement for them.
Yeah, no, there's no telling from the score alone just how close and how strong this matchup is. I mean, these are 2 teams that are currently actually the only 2 teams in their group that are currently undefeated in Group A. So there is a lot to play for, and there's a reason both teams are undefeated. So no major surprises here as we head on to our next matches. We're going to be on Umami Ruins. It is Splat Zones on Umami Ruins.
Yep, it's Splat Zones on your mom ruins. So, really, I'm going to be saying for the first half, though, again, Splat Zones for the side of FlipSide. We saw how much aggression they had, how much zone defense, or how much paint defense they had. So, we're going to be trying to see that converge again to the side of Umami Ruins for their own zone, honestly. But for the side of Serves Up, we saw the aggression play to get the first win. We're going to be seeing that back foot come out a lot all over again. Basically kind of in a symbiotic resolution or something. I don't know the wording on that, but we're going to be basically seeing the repeat of last match. Even though it's on tower, it was on tower, it was on Maker Mart, and basically where they fought the whole time was basically the zone. So we're going to be seeing that same thing converted into Umami Ruins.
Well, there's a lot to take away from that last matchup, and I'm sure you can do all of that taking away from the takeaways of that takeaway match. But Splat Zones on Umami Ruins, I mean, now you're playing a match where this is a zone that most people favor, mainly due to the fact that it teaches people how to hold your ground. And when you have picks going back and forth like that, how do you apply that here?
How do you put that out here is basically just spray with bombs and tri-strikes and pencil a little bit, because if you get the mid with the pencil, that's basically a solid lockout point. And if we see a lockout, oh boy, that's gonna be a scary situation for the other team.
Do we see the comms coming out? There's a splashing machine now coming out from... That is Serves Up. Brownies from Serves Up coming out with the sloshing machine. That is an interesting picture we didn't see in the previous match, but this is a new map, a new mode. No big surprises here from FlipSide. As we see one player going down already, first 15 seconds into the match. We're already seeing some action.
Yeah, the one thing to notice as well, if you're going to be seeing from the Custom Blaster, they have a point sensor. If they find the fish at all, they're gonna be cancelled out. The Mirage actually doesn't do the point there, but actually try to go for the full head-on forced kill, but they actually get dodged the kill, and actually that's gonna be continuing for the side of FlipSide to actually still try to fight for the zone, because we are going to see serves up as Calvin puts the zone first.
Alright, there goes the first special from Brownies. The Booyah Bomb coming out, nobody home there. 2 players going down already for FlipSide. Serves up. FlipSide getting a double there. They've got the lead. See how long it's going to last. They do have a few special online. There comes a Tri-Stuka from the Fish here. Can he get a pick with it? No, they do not. Can't find anybody there, but they still have control of the zone for now.
They still have control of the zone for now indeed, but also we see the Weave Slider. So if that's not going to be more control for the zone, what is it going to be? Because we see a Zuka, we see a Splash Down, we see a Booyah Bomb that's coming out right now in a couple seconds, and that's going to be capping the zone. If they go for the second zone, they'll put the Weave Slider, that's going to be saving that second zone, and we're going to be seeing now all of Serves Up coming into the zone and actually finally try to kill up their points. And also that's going to be Olympus going down. No more carbon for you.
No carbon for you. That's going to be a good shutdown for Serves Up, FlipSide still trying to find a way in. There goes 2 players down. Javito going down to Mirage's Custom Blaster. Going point total going down for Serves Up. Things looking good here. Still gotta watch out for the Fish though. The Fish can be dangerous. You can't do anything in any given moment unless you have a Trizuka that aims over the sniper area like that. Timer still going down. The point still going down for Serves Up as FlipSide has yet to find a way in.
Yeah, also that Zuka shot was recently the 50-50. If the Mirage didn't get that blaster shot, get the point sensor, that Zuka can't really confirm it. As we got between right now with 20 seconds remaining, 20 ticks remaining, and now 15 ticks remaining, and the lockout from Serves Up against the seed number 1 of FlipSide. Or actually, I mean seed number 7 of FlipSide. We're gonna be seeing them actually take the victory again.
Wow. Wow. Okay. I mean, this is I don't know. That one was a little less close than we saw that first match, and now Serves Up is going to be coming out of this as the only undefeated team in Group A. So now you got to be thinking, what does FlipSide take out of this? I mean, Serves Up is coming to a team that previously was rated highly, and now they've all of a sudden to go against Serves Up. It's like, whoa, hold on, what's going on?
Welcome to Pick Up Hell. That's basically the main thing. Welcome to Pick Up Hell.
Yeah.
Because you do not expect someone like that caliber to come out of nowhere. But when that comes out of nowhere, you'll be like, oh, who are these people? But at the same time though, for the side of FlipSide for the Serves Up, that lockout is the main thing. The lockout from Serves Up on zones was able to have them go all the way through and finish the way for FlipSide in general to just shut them down. But again, we're going to an active mode this time, which requires patience. Clan Blitz.
I mean, wow. Here we go. Clan Blitz. I don't know. With FlipSide going down and essentially losing this set, there is, of course, the fact that it's play all 3. You can win a set, you can get something out of this, but it's still not a bad situation for FlipSide. When you come out of this, come into round 5 going 4-0, and you lose one set, of course, still not the end of the world. I mean, you're doing really well here in terms of win-losses throughout the entire group stage, so still lots to play for. FlipSide has to consider as they head into Game 3, which is going to be Clan Blitz on Clan Blitz on
Museum de Fonzie now.
Yeah, that thing.
But the main thing is though as well, going to upper bracket, whoever wins, whoever loses decide for the side of FlipSide, and they still get a point up, they can still stay in the top 4. That's what they're looking for right now, to stay in the top 4 of basically alpha bracket for Group A to secure them a solid day 2 early for a victory story. But as we can be seeing right now, in the head bracket, we're seeing them actually showing up this time, showing from the day 2, from the round 2 actually that it wasn't a fluke. They know how to play this game, and they are going to be pushing all the way with Kozami going in with the bleed side soon enough with the 2 down, going with the first push all the way.
That was a nice pick there by Rodrigo, by the way. Chevy does miss the first one. Does have another go at it, and it gets in this time. I wait to hear here with a few more clams in tow. There is at least 59 remaining now for FlipSide as they aim to settle things, at least get themselves back after bounce back after the first 2 games. They've gone a decent push at the first minute of the match. Now down to 56 remaining, but we've seen how scary serves up can be. We've seen it the rest of this match. We're going to see what they can respond with here.
Well, they respond with a 2 down on either side, making it a 2v defense against a pencil and a gal and a stored. So with those coming in mind, with Vito actually having 1 climb away to get a 4 climb, but they want to stay hidden and they jump out because they have coolers, so that's going to be good enough time for them to come in. But the fish is going to stay there though. Very cool activated. If they get a kill, they get a respawn quick back. If they try to score it now without 2 clams, they're going to be waiting for a little bit longer and try to go all the way in. But we're seeing Azuka coming up, we're seeing the Octochar coming up with Shrek as well. That's going to be 2 down the side, the flip side, and now we're going to be seeing again them waiting.
Here's another play going down. There's now 2 minutes left on the clock and nothing major coming out from both teams. It seems like a repeat of game 1 here. Both teams trading picks left and right. It's almost like we ignored the objective for a while. There's Javita there with a 52 cal, able to get the wipeout for FlipSide. Question is, can FlipSide capitalize on this? They've got the power clam in. They have opened the basket. Kasame here looking to get a huge push with this power clam. There's 38 remaining. The reslider gets canceled by one of the players from Serves Up. 3-5 remaining now for FlipSide. A strong lead here, but no response from Serves Up so far.
Yeah, the reason is because they're waiting for that moment to come back in. They're waiting for Pikachu to come back in, and they're waiting to kill off the fish. Once they kill off the fish, they know the rest of the team on FlipSide is going to be a little bit weakened. As you're going to be seeing Muwachi, as you're getting Kavito, but not getting Kusami. That's going to be someone else getting Kusami, and 3 down on the side of FlipSide. We're going to see Serves Up not pitting exactly all the way because they're going to be down a couple players too, but now they're going to be pitting all the way up, but they're going to be waiting again to kill off someone like LaFish or Levito or even Kusame to get up and get the victory right there.
2 minutes to go in this match, and we are still seeing more of the same here. It's like what we saw from game 1. Both teams trading picks left and right. Brownie's there with a nice pick.
Wait.
One is another one. Barrage, I believe, was the pick. The fish now trying to dive in, get some pick going. There you go down very quickly. So now has the power clam and has a few more clams in tow for Serves Up. Looking to close this off with a wow, another pick there. Hamida goes down. Mirage able to close that off with this Batana Stamper. 62 points remaining. Nothing. Nope, they still have the clam basket up. Do they have enough time for it? No, they do not.
They stumbled. That select stumble right there actually gave them a good opportunity though, because they know that even though they don't have it, they jumped into the fight. And since they jumped into the fight and seeing them all together, it's been 5 seconds honestly at this point, and the Clapback is going to be down. Though that Kusame Dreadbugger is not going to hit anyone. Okay, that's going to be double actually instead, but that's going to be because of LaFish coming into play, but LaFish is actually going to be getting killed off as well. So we're going to be seeing still Mirage coming in with a 1 clam. There's going to be another clam coming on the side of Surface Up as well, and then 1 more because of the pity at the back. But all 3 of them coming in action, we're going to be seeing that basically be a KO if they score all 3.
We still have 40 seconds left on the clock. This has been a long 4 minutes yet, but there's been a lot of action. You can't complain about these 4 minutes. Javito now, FlipSide, 30 seconds, almost 30 seconds left on the clock, but they are slowly approaching this clam basket. Serves Up, backing up just a little bit, being a little disappointed here. 1 pick for the Trizuka, and that's enough for LaFish to start making their way back in. 20 seconds to go as FlipSide looking to close this one out and ensure themselves at least 1 win in this set. But Serves Up's trying to prevent this from happening, making sure they still have a chance to make a move for that basket. 8 seconds to go, and it's not looking good for Serves Up here. 3 seconds on the clock. Jeremy has a clear path to the basket, and will get that basket open. That is 1 win going to the side of FlipSide.
The reason why that 1 win and that 1 score came to play for the side of FlipSide to get the victory at the end, we saw Vito and Kusame most likely come in on the top side on the sneak. And even with that Zuka help from the side of, with that Zuka help as well, coming from that player, they came in as a distraction, and then the Vito and Kusame went up and just got a triple. And then with that, that secured the win right there. And now we're going to be seeing Serves Up, the 13th seed in Group A, moving on to get 5-0. But FlipSide is going to be now in the 4-1 setting, 12-3 though. So they're going to be now first place in 4-1 victory though, but down 2 games against Examweek, who is 3rd place.
Well, the good news now is that teams that go 5-0 are pretty much guaranteed an alpha bracket spot pending any insanity going on. They are currently the only undefeated team apart from Jetlag and Remix, both of which are playing their matches right now. And as I'm seeing, that is as I'm seeing it right now, I believe that is Remix in the lead. No, sorry, it is going to be Jetlag in the lead here. I believe so. No, Remix is in the lead. Okay, Remix currently leading that game 3 against Jetlag. So we're waiting for that match to see who's going to be the next undefeated team.
Oh wait, they're streaming. So you can watch the player stream like that because we're on Sunday now. So we can actually watch the player streams, and there is a lot of player streams, by the way. There's like how many player streams? 29? Oh my gosh, these are a lot of streams. Minus one, that's 28, but still, Jesus, that's a lot of streams from teams on Sendu.Inc. Play Splatoon 3 this weekend. But yeah, so 1-1. You're saying that Bemis is getting the victory right now? That's kind of crazy. We're going to be seeing Inferno coming in with 2-0, Cloudtruck gets in with 2-0, Killstreak with a 2-0, Asphyxiation versus Twister Time, your favorite team for Twister Time, being in 1-1 setting, Squid versus Rendezvous, and Pingo Cat 1-1, and Brigade of Rumi 2-0. Wow. And look, TMU is 3-0. Cool.
Rounding off the Group B standings is actually going to be Distortion at 3-2. And let me tell you right now, 4-2 is the scariest spot to be in low ink. I'm sure you've heard all the stories. I can tell you firsthand. It's the scariest place to be in. But an update on that Jetlag match. Jetlag has actually beaten Remix 2-1. They will be them along with Serves Up will be the only undefeated teams left in this day 1. So I'm gonna watch out for both of these teams heading into this next round. But as for now, things are looking pretty much like we expected to see, apart from Serves Up getting the win there against FlipSide. Jetlag dominating their group, but Group A standings here. Still a few more matches to come. 11-8 Bridge against Eekbout. Morning Struggles against absolutely nobody.
Yep, Group B Fortnite is leading to 65 Yokes. Calamity Force New winning gets... I'm not even gonna say that. Do you want to say that?
Toseritos del Cielo, I believe.
Thank you for the translation. Zero Magnum winning 2-0 against COD and 4K, and Milky for the Paladins. That shooter game, 5v5, like the OG before Valorant and before Overwatch existed. Losing to Milky actually. That's what I just said. Oh my gosh. And yeah, Morgan Choga they got a bye because the team dropped. So 3-1-0 right there for them.
Yeah, by the way, shoutouts to Paladin, the game I didn't remember until you pointed it out. But yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, everything's going the way we expected it to. No major surprises here is something I love to say. That means we are doing our jobs as comms here, is making sure everyone knows their place. No, I'm kidding. No. Everything's pretty nice here. I mean, Ball Up Top, actually, I like to note, has the best win-loss ratio out of the 4-1 teams in Group A, but they do lose a tiebreaker, I believe, losing the one of either Examweek or FlipSide.
It is going to be actually Examweek who's going to be losing the tiebreaker for Ball Up Top. They're going to be losing by because most likely they fought already and Examweek won. So that's the reason why. So yeah, or either that or it's because of the Bunch M, which is some map wins of opponent. Yeah, that's the reason why. Because there's some matchup wins based off the opponent. Because we see Ball Up them getting 41, Examweek has 45, FlipSide has 51. That's a big number.
Man. It is a fairly large number.
Wait, is this Is this going to be the new? Is this the new opponent win percentage? I think on the Sunday form. I think
that what you're looking at is probably, I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's just the fourth line of stats.
yeah.
That's the total wins by the opponents they've played, which is I think the stat you want to look at if that's closest to that opponent win percentage. And thankfully it's not a percentage I have to calculate because I am like that group, like that team that just beat the British Empire. Bad at math. I'm bad at math.
But I think it is technically the new opponent wins percentage on the Sendu site. Honestly, looking at it, so it would make sense because for the side of Exambic and Rollups up, again, it's off by 1. Actually, funny enough, so Exambic is at 16, Rollups up is at 15. So, yeah, and maybe in the next match I have to decide if whoever is going to be on the second spot podium. But remember, because it's Swiss, the RNG could be really weird because usually what you think could happen could be like the top versus the bottom would make a lot of sense, but they could be really goofy if they want to be because this is Sendu now. The RNG could be whatever it is for Swiss. So we'll see what'll happen.
What do you think about more yapping?
What about more yapping? Let's see who else is going to be playing it up. 6-pack Goats made it too. That's going to be cool. Game 3 for Commentators, Forge Neo, and Tostitos Cecilio. Yep, that's how you say it. That's going to be an interesting thing to see. VCC and Magnum Con in 4K. They're going to be finishing up soon. What about Group B?
Group B machine activate.
Oh wow, that worked. Crazy.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Anyways, good metaphor. 1-1 against Spinal Cat. Lamb Blitzers. Is that supposed to be a basketball joke?
Which one?
The Slam Blitzers.
I mean, I guess if you're talking about slam dunks, possibly, but not any specific part of basketball.
Well, why does a Cloud Tank versus Slam Blitzer look like a basketball joke?
Well,
Honestly.
first of all, what does Cloud? What do you have against clouds? Why are we striking clouds?
Okay, no. Cloud Strikers, it's not. I think I heard that name before from Mario Strikers. That might be the reference. That might be the reference to Mario Strikers. That would make sense, honestly.
I haven't played Mario Strikers since I was in middle school, so you're probably right.
Just search a Google if that's right or not. That would be cool to see. But if it's not, oh well. The reason why they have something up against clouds is because it's winter. You forgot it's winter, Nita, right?
Yeah, it certainly is winter. I mean, if you're in the Midwest like me, first of all, why? Secondly, it's pretty cold out here. I mean, it's right now 38 in good old Lincoln, Nebraska. Yeah, it's a little cold.
Well, remember, you're in Fahrenheit, so what's that in Celsius?
Around 2 degrees Celsius, 2.
Well, okay.
Sorry,
well,
4 degrees.
4 degrees? Okay. Well, here in Canada, we're in the negatives. We're in like -5. We're like -4 right now.
That's no problem.
Well, that is a did you just say that's not a problem?
No. When you go into the negatives, it's like golf. If like the lower your number is, the better. I think that's what Celsius is.
What?
Yeah. So like the lower, so if it's like -4 degrees, it's like 70 in Fahrenheit. It's chill.
It's actually cold. The coldness of weather actually exists. Yes. That's what negative means. Nito.
When we come back,
Nito
round
will be
6.
when we come back, Nito will be knowing about Celsius and how cold it is.
Don't change the channel. I might come back with my job.
Totally the job of being a weatherman. But we're gonna be seeing you definitely as a commentator coming back in this round 6 in a bit.
I have kept my job, and as a result, I get to commentate round 6 alongside Jorian. This is still Lowink Day 1. We are now down to the last round of the day. Round 6 and Twister Time and Inkception are going to be taking us through the rest of the way.
Oh, with the input we said, Nito, if we got told from the match chat, I'm thinking that in a really funny way. But I'm not gonna say it out because then I'll be told in trouble. So we're not gonna say that. But you know what? It's gonna be funny to be said. Twister Time, because you are getting really confused with this name. Really confused.
I'm really confused with his name.
Yeah, the reason why is because there was a certain team name that happened a couple years ago that made a tiebreaker with Red because there was the low ink moment of a full Team DC in Grand Finals, and no one knew what to do. So
Low ink moment number 37.
Yeah, and now with that, we have Twister Time. Why did Okokar and Goku and Fish and Eon make up with that name? I don't know, because of the 40-kilometer wind that happened like 2 days ago in Canada. That would make sense. That hit New York as well. And then we have Inkception. Inkception is a pretty well-known low-level team. They've been going on for ever since like 2020, I think, or 2022, 2021. Sometime during then, because I remember watching their name be alive somehow. Midnight Let's, Ubuntu, Sol, and B, still Noble. They've been around to keeping at it, keep playing. So, yeah, those are the two teams. If you want to know them, if you want to know the map, maybe make a crab leg, then spots and Haggerfish, Climbers Chronicle. There's a trend here.
I will say, there is something else worth noting. Inkception is currently 4-1. As it stands right now, they will move on to the Alpha Bracket, but of course we have one more set to play in which case Twister Time is just outside of Alpha Bracket contention. They are currently holding the first spot in the Beta Bracket state. First team moving on to Beta Bracket, and will be a win here for Twister Time would change a lot for this team. Inkception going down to 4-2, and 4-2 is the murkiest place you could ever be in, especially but for both teams. But with a win here, Inkception can secure themselves a spot in the Alpha Bracket, and Twister Time will likely be staying in the Beta, and possibly even a Gamma Bracket spot. So lots to play for here for both teams, as we are getting ready to start our next match real soon here. Is this the PowerPoint music?
Wait, what?
Oh my god. Okay,
wait,
thank
what?
you, Lena Rain, by the way. And thank you to Inky for the Celeste music.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh, that's my name. Celeste music. Well, okay, that makes up the trend, because now we're going to be going like crab like capital. And with Celeste being mentioned, the climb to the top, bit climblets, you're going to be having to climb all the way to the Rainmaker, but so it's not climb, but it's Rainmaker. What am I saying about? For Rainmaker, you need to climb all the way to the right side. That's what people usually do, and then climb all the way to the Astral Fighter pedestal. The grade is going to be the issue, or you climb from the left side and just walk all the way to the top right. It's all your situation what you want to do. But we're going to see on the start. We're going to see in Twister Time in blue. We're going to see Inkception.
And there is a lot of skirmishing, a lot of fighting going on already, right in front of Inkception's territory there. Goku there, not Goku. I hope that is to avoid copyright infringement. I hope I avoided that successfully. But Goku here, trying to keep them behind, trying to keep the other team, Twister Time, sorry, right behind, buddy. Inkception's going to take control of the Rainmaker for now. Let's see here, trying to cover some ground for Inkception, trying to get some turf down. See, make this pass a lot easier. Still getting a few picks being traded from both teams, but the Rainmaker ultimately goes down just before to get across the grid.
Yeah, I'm going to be seeing for Twisted Time right now. Very Eon going to be a scary Tri-Soldier, by the way. Even though that they got hit by a bomb. like they could be so scary, you know, because Sludgy is going to be having a Sludgy. They get killed off too. There's a Bamboo, by the way, if you never noticed about. That Bamboo is going to be really, really goofy. And by really, really goofy, they already put it up Killer Whale. They're going to be farming another Killer Whale to help push Inkception to the checkpoint. Because they didn't put the checkpoint yet, but they got basically a delayed fight on the side of Twisted Time.
A minute 30 into the game. V here with the bamboo, a pick there on the hammer. Valuable there for the side of Twister Time, as neither team able to get a push after they got those first two out of the way within the first 2 minutes of the game. But now we've got Twister Time making a move for it's not Twister Time, this is Inkception making a move for it. Inkception in the blue. I need to remind myself of that, as we see a wipeout actually come out. Twister Time coming up on the correct side of that wipeout. Goku now picking up the Rainmaker, and we'll see what they can come up with here.
Yeah, maybe what will come up here is going to be Okar, or maybe someone else. Okay, no, but it's just going to be Okar going in with a double, but Eon going to be helping with Goku going up on the right side, going up with more points, but no, that's going to be the Bamboo V, shutting them down. 20 PPU is calling, they want their application to come back in for them to be accepted, as we're going to be seeing them coming up, battling 1v1 and still getting Eon on the fall off. That is definitely going to be a solid play right there on the Bamboo for V, as we're going to be seeing them get killed by a funny little fizzy bomb with Fish on main camp right now, with the Triceps getting ready, being battling up another Triceps from Lutzi, and we're going to be waiting a little bit more longer because Asuka will be coming in and play on the side of Inkception as well, but that Rainmaker V is going to be leaving either side a chance to come back in.
First off, let me just say V is one of the scrappiest Bamboo players I have seen in a while. There's another pick, I think, from these.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, and we got 2 minutes left to go. So the second thing is continuing with our play-by-play coverage. Going to this first jump pedestal here. V gets a pick with the Rainmaker. Huge stuff here. They get past the checkpoint. Few more players still going down. There is one player left for the side of Twister Time to prevent another push. Now it's Inkception with the lead, and a huge one here. Low still making a move towards the last pedestal, and they have got it down to 9 remaining. A huge push for Inkception.
Yeah, the huge push for Inkception is going to be leaving them with a little bit of a fallback now. What they want to do next is either they want to go full aggro, or they want to stay still. Because in the next 90 seconds, it's their time to decide if they want to chill out and just spawn special, or they want to decide to just go all out and try to go for the KO. Rather than head to a wall to go for the KO. But we see with Twister Time right now, because they have the Rainmaker first. If they get the kill off, almost getting killed off by Izuka, but now still waiting because of the walls. And Eon, and also that's gonna be Okar on the left side, trying to manage off the left side as well to get anyone. That's gonna be 2, that's gonna be 3 down on the side of Twister Time. And now with a minute left, Inkception can decide what they want to do with a delayed flag.
50 seconds to go. Inkception still holding on to a major challenge from Twister Time yet, but Twister Time still trying to get the chess pieces moving here, get themselves closer to potentially taking control of the Rainmaker. Oh, nearly picked off by that bomb. I'm surprised they weren't picked off by that, but be there with the Bamboo, causing a lot of trouble. I was gonna see what we can do with this hammer. What can we do with this hammer? Not much yet. Actually, in a very sticky spot there. 2 players going down for Twister Time. Now we're going to see the Rainmaker come out from the side of Inkception low, taking the tactical route. They don't seem to be picking up yet, so it looks like they're going to stall that out and make sure they can wait for Twister Time to make the mistakes here. It's going to be a stall out to the end. 5 seconds to go. And it looks like that's going to be it. And Neon makes their last minute pick up for it, but everyone surrounding it. Inkception takes game 1.
That it was a solid game by Inkception, honestly. Just that solid push through to the 9-point gap. We never even mentioned it before, but this map is also snowbally as well. Because if you pass that first total of the checkpoint, really, you can choose either side to go right or left, either the hill, which we saw Inkception take, and actually run all the way through, or take the grave, where we saw Twister Time take. But you saw how long it took, and how risky it was because you had to walk instead of swim. And the swim factor that Inkception did, which is actually barely used by the way, in high level 2, that was a solid move that they did. And that risk reward scenario that no one really expects to be used at all, gets to the paper and wins round 1.
Now we move on to game 2, Splat Zones on Hagglefish Market. Again, as it stands, Inkception will move on to the alpha bracket. A win in this set will pay off dividends for them, bringing it up to 5-1. Twister Time has to be feeling some of the pressure here, knowing they're 3-2. They are 1 win away from possibly getting into the alpha bracket. I mean, they're currently first in all the teams from Group B, heading towards the beta bracket, but they do have to be, you have to imagine, Dorian, they have to be feeling some of the pressure here.
Oh, 100%. They have to be feeling some kind of pressure. Mostly for Twister Time, Because if they are going to be losing the set and going down into beta brackets potential, it's not saying beta, that would still be fine for them. But for Inkception, if they lose this game, yes, that would be really risky. That would be really putting their nerves on high. But for Inkception, I feel that they win this moment before. This wasn't their first time going into the 4-1 scenario. They played in a lot of leagues in the past, and they just know what to do next. So maybe we'll see in this zone talk fetch what will happen if anything will change, or we won't see any change at all, and we would just see Twisted Time taking a step forward and surprising Inkception on what they would want to do next. Because right now it's going to be zones on Hagfish, Eon on the Tri-Saucer. I have to say this again. Scary Tri-Saucer, going left side, going right sneak. One of the two, be able to watch that out, because you will be dead if you don't.
Yeah, we'll see whether or not someone's dead or someone isn't. If someone is don't dead as we head into game 2 here. Spot zones again on Hagglefish Market. No major changes here except for the bamboo on the side of Inkception. And we also see the Decapitator actually come out from Twister Time.
Decap enjoyers, let's go! Decap stocks are rising, but the bubbler coming back again because this is going to be zones. The bubbler puff did actually come into effect to buff the decap, so that's why we're going to be seeing more of it come into play. Not like the junior as well, that could be good with the junior bonds, but as we're going to be seeing this right now, first there's going to be Inkception coming in with a one trade up V. Is going to be coming in with also the chumps that came into the zone and actually secured them the zone to secure more points off from anyone from Twisted Time, because they're going to be 2 down now.
That is a huge opener from Inkception, who did very well in that last match, trying to keep... did well in that last match, keeping Twisted Time at bay. But we'll see if Twisted Time is able to come back. But then Goku's here with a pick with that try. Inkjet may almost got to Suwal there. Nick barely gets away with it. Almost surprised that wasn't a pick, but that means Twisted Time has all the opportunity in the world to get back to control of the zone. Will they get a back zone? No, they don't. Goku's in a bit of trouble here as well. Now trying to counter that. 29 points remaining for Inkception, and all is starting to fall apart for Twisted Time. They need to find something, and they need to find something fast, because this game can easily end in the KO here. Will it be the Tri-Strikes? One of them accidentally goes onto the tent. Is it enough to cap zones? Dion's the only one left. There's some help for the decap. Is it enough to give zone control? It is. There's a triple as well.
That is a solid save from the side of Twisted Time to kill them off at 7 for the side of Inkception, because now they have to decide how to come in. Do they have chumps coming back in? Almost, there are 62 points remaining. They have also Zuko coming in. They have the Strike coming in. The Strikes died. That's scary now going to the side of Inkception, because they have speed runs ready, but they want to wait for the 4th one to come in, or they just want to say, oh well, let's go in. We have chumps ready. That's going to be a solid turn. The Deacons are going to go down as well. The Zuka's now going to come out. Basically going to be fighting back actually with their own strikes as well, with 39 ticks remaining on the side of Twisted Time. And the strike coming out now for the side of Inkception. Nothing happened on that zone chase, and we're going to be seeing more of Twisted Time coming in through and possibly winning the game.
Watch out for Lutzy here. The Lutzy here in a scary spot for Twisted Time. There's a pick with a bomb. Oh my goodness, I didn't even bomb out there. But Lutzy still doing a lot of causing a lot of trouble. Do they get the lead? Oh, Twisted Time does get the lead, but ultimately Inkception is going to get control of the zone. But again, Twisted Time sneaking by a lead change there. They are now in the driver's seat of this match, and it looks like the same thing we've been seeing all game here. One team moving up and trying to keep the other team at bay. It's working out so well for both teams, but now it's down to 5 and 7 remaining. 2 minutes left on the clock. No set winner here. There's nobody favor here. It's just very close, very scrappy.
That's the thing about zones on Haggle. It's so scrappy, it's so close that you really can't say who's the winner until the end. And because of that, we're going to be seeing now V shutting down Eon. Someone is going to be shutting down Olga. I think that was either low, or that might have been Lucky as well, because we can see how far low Lucky is up in the base of Twisted Time, and literally with that, the penalty timer might not be nothing together, because we see Soul on the 10 getting a double with that Zuka, and now V is going to be trying their best to, okay, they jumped out, so that's not going to be a confirmed kill, but we can see the pressure that Soul's now doing nearby the base of Twisted Time.
Look at how far Inkception's of V, buddy. So much trouble for the side of Twister Time. Inkception looking this much closer to getting a KO. They've already got the lead. They've got the win. And they will stay at 5-1. Basically ensuring themselves a spot in the Alpha bracket here with this win against Twister Time. They are up 2-0 in this set. First set still not over. One more match to go. But my goodness, that is a huge change. And really almost not a huge change. It's weird for me to say that, but it seems like it's the same thing we saw in Game 1 with Inkception, but Twister Time, they also bring a little bit of heat in here.
That's the thing. It made me cure. Okay, no, I can say the reason why. The map was flat. In Game 1, the map wasn't flat. And with the map not being flat, that goes to the benefit of Inkception because of, you know, the height longevity and also because of VE. With Legends are going to be very spooky, but now that we're going to be going to another flat map, Clan Blitz, that's possible for them to go faster again. Fish, Goku, Eon, and Ogre. Ogre definitely with the decap showing up this time as well too. That gave them a lot of hope, a lot of potential to help them go on forward. And also with, I think that was Fish that had a ballpoint or something like that. They have able to have something to hold on to, something strong, and not be worried about like aiming up or aiming down, just aiming straight forward. In Clan Blitz, that'll be helping a lot.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt for both of these teams. I do want to provide at least some update. Jet Lag, the only undefeated team in Group B, currently won against Inferno. So that's something worth noting as we head into this next match, or at least the closing stages of round 6 and ultimately the closing stages of day 1. But with that being said, Clan Blitz on Barnacle and Dime, our next matchup here. Still waiting the selections from both teams. Seems like we almost got everybody ready, but I mean, what more can we say? What more can be said? 2-1. I almost don't want to make predictions. 2-1, 3-0 are both possibilities that can happen for what we've seen. But I mean, again, Twister Time starting to turn things up a little more as we head into this next match.
Well, that's the thing. It's turning up a little bit more, but all that matters is now that the set is 2-0, what would they do to secure the victory or do a little bit of healing to that pain? We are going to be seeing... Huh? Okay, a little bit... Okay, this is a little bit of TST Jake Stone's action right here because we're going to be seeing a X-Splasher coming into play now from the side of B. One niche weapon to another niche weapon. The decap ends up gonna be going down first though. But the main thing is though that X-Splasher on Barnacle and Dime, oh my gosh, we can see how much damage they're already taking on the side of Twister Time.
Okay, wow, I like the X-Splasher pick. They're getting a little more adventurous one with the pick. I like, I think V was doing pretty well with the bamboo, but we're going to see what this X-Splasher brings for him as we see one player go down on the side of Inkception. 2 players going down already. That's V with the X-Splasher going down. 3 players now. Now there's already a clam basket in. Goku now has a few more clams to boot. A few more clams put into the basket. 65 remaining for Twister Time as we start to move away from this push from Twister Time. 3 players already going down. 65, 56 remaining. Still a few more claims coming in, never mind. But that should be the end of that.
Oh yeah, 100%, that should be the end of that. I'm gonna be seeing Lutzi with the first of the clowns going on too. That's gonna be 7. We see Azuka ready. We see a ball with Tri-Side 20. We see almost Oka getting... Huh? Oka getting a double out of a no air strike force. Basically a swipe during a tri-strike, making them blind, but still someone getting the victory off there is wild. I'm gonna be seeing again with that because of that actually. Twister Time might be able to get some clans that be able to come back in with Azuka coming out on the side of Twister Time, and also Lutzi, and also be going down. Saul coming in from the back and getting Okar, getting the main slayer on the team of Twister Time, and now making... Oh! That's a double by a bomb! What is Structure Bombs at this point now? Just a destroyer of pushes.
I mean, I love it. I love the Splat Bomb content. And we love the Eon content. Ready from Eon on the side of Twister Time as we see V here from Inkception. Starting to make a few moves up. Haven't seen much since that first push against Twister Time, or from Twister Time. Can we get a pick on Fish? Yes, we do. A little bit of long range action there from the triple splashdown. One player left to their own devices here from Twister Time as Inkception tries to get a few more players up. Eon, they're in a bit of trouble, does get away before that Trizuga is able to attack.
They have 2 balls ready, by the way, on the side of Inkception. They throw one. If they get the Pity Clam, that's going to be second one, they can lead. But for right now, though, that's going to be a kill off Eon. That's going to be a kill off of the sharp player actually on the side of Twister Time. That's going to be slashing down from B. Low has to score in these clams to get the victory. And that's going to be the victory lead so far. Now that Low is dead though, they can jump back if they have enough time and enough stars, which they actually kind of do to get that Pity Clam and jump to B to get more points off the bat. But it's depending on how much quick super jump they have. But with no clams actually coming on their side, they're just going to be gathering a little bit more and make for the next push.
B now with the Power Clam. Inkception with the lead. Now they do have a few more. They actually have a few more special workers here. There goes the Tri-Strike. Sooner or later comes the Inkzuka. The Inkzuka's already out. And Inkception looking to continue to establish their lead here. Triple splash, as you may imagine, coming out. At least one player down. Another one going out with an assist. Consider that 1.5 pick there. But Goku's in a little bit of trouble. B yet again with these pressure from this Explosher. They aren't necessarily moving with as much urgency here, knowing to hold their ground like they've been doing in this set so far. But so far, nothing major happening here. Oh, Kotar with the decap. Huge picks here. Saw a little bit of trouble now. Saw able to keep that 1v1 there. Nearly a minute to go. And we're going to see where this takes us as we head to the final minute.
Well, we see a Zuka right inside Twisted Time Zone, so that could be something. But B splashdown again. That was like the 5th splashdown in this game that B had. But honestly, going to have some work to get that 2 balls coming to play. But no, if Orca has something to say about it. Okay, B didn't die, but it's like, oh, that's good. If that actually did happen, though, that would have been the end of the push right there. But Goku on the side of Inkjet coming into play with the ballpoint 2 coming up soon. Eon is going to be getting a kill. Fish is going to be coming out soon because they have a weapon that's actually going to be helping them off with a Suka shot. That goes to the face of Soul, and that's going to be another push on the side. Nope, that's not another push on the side Twister Time because that kill is going to be at the exact frame they threw it, and that's denied it.
20 seconds to go. They still have enough clams for a Power Clam. The question is, will they be able to get it in time? We're not so sure yet. 10 seconds to go, and all the specials starting to come out from Inkception. Inkception already establishing themselves here, being a double, but does get saved here. But let's see able to take it out. 3 players already going down. That's a wipeout, and the Power Clam has expired. Inkception walks away from this set with a clean sweep, winning 3-0 against Twister Time.
And that is going to be a solid 5-1 for Inkception?
Yes.
That is a solid 5-1 Inkception. Oh, look at that, actually. That's going to be great for them because they are going to be 3rd. Yeah, 3rd. Because Kirishua, funny enough, made it 5-1 and actually did win against Chromatic Central to beat them and get 2nd place actually. While for Jetlag, they're still holding on to 1st place right now because in Phono vs Jetlag is 1-1. That's seed 2 versus seed 50 in the group seeding.
It's funny. It's funny. I wish there was a stream, and honestly, I can't see one right now, but I want to look into that. It sounds fun, but of course, the match also.
Oh, okay. Most scores got updated. Most scores got updated. Inferno lost to Jetlag 2-1. That would have been really scary. Actually, if Inferno won 2-1. But more update scores. Remix did make it up to 2nd seed. Kalishwa make it up to 3rd now. Inkception now 4th. Chromatic Central make it up to 5th. Inferno actually is in 6th in the 42 setting. As you said, Nito, the 42 is going to be the trickiest situation. And that is going to be for actually Celestial. And this is fine because Celestial is in the 42 setting.
You know, there is a record that is just about as scary as 4-2, and that's 6-0. I don't remember the last time a team won lowing while going 6-0 in groups, and maybe that's just because my memory is shot and all I have in my head are something. But 6-0 for Serves Up and Jetlag, both of which looked very strong heading into round 6, and obviously this is no different. But it's scary being a 6-0 team because now all of a sudden you're the top dog, and now everybody wants to be you. Everybody wants to get you. So now, what were you saying?
Well, as the popular quote before you continue on, the hunter wants the hunted basically is now shows up, and that's gonna be also about jet lag. And the hunters, below them, wants to murder them and eat them dry from the victory.
Metaphorically, of course.
Yeah, metaphorically, not legit. if that did happen, there is gonna be some major issues and also some news happening. But anyways, what are you gonna say?
No, I mean, this is almost what I expected, and we actually can see some more. This is Fine has won their match. They're now 5-1. They are now confirmed in Alpha Bracket spot. And funny enough, Twister Time, which was previously first in the Beta Bracket standings, they're now 7th, only in front of Honor Bound with a 3-3 record. So 3-3 record. Yes, 3-3 record. And now they are going to Beta Bracket. The last team to go in is still Inferno, which is fun to think about. Inferno going against Jetlag and nearly taking that game against Jetlag, but they have gone 7th in this group.
And really with that, like, once everything gets finalized, because I think some stuff is still getting finalized out. Maybe if there's like any tiebreaks or stuff, or if anything needs to be changed, and also if drops happen as well. If anyone drops, you get the spot ahead. So say if someone from the Alpha Bracket team drops, everyone from the bottom side get one step up. So that's gonna be a good thing for them. But the main thing though is that for right now, as our standings is going to be on Sendu, that will be the standings for tomorrow.
And tomorrow is going to be where all the action goes down. Day 2, one of the most important, if not, well, definitely the most important day of Low Ink. But we've already decided all the Alpha brackets, all the Beta brackets, all the Gamma brackets. But that's it for us in Day 1. Group stage already out of the way. Coming back tomorrow, Day 2, lots of action to see from the Alpha bracket stage. I'm Nito. Alongside me, is Julian. And for our streamer, we have Inky, as usual, one of the best. So, anything you would like to plug for now?
So, right enough, plug EBTV on YouTube if you want to watch some top level play that's going on right now. Tomorrow, come back to Low Ink, obviously. Squid for Palestinian Kids is tomorrow as well. And type about being a streamer. Funny enough, one thing to note. Please support and shout out your streamers. If for commentary or anything, please thank your streamers because they get like one of the lowest kind of recognition. They need more. As a streamer myself, I'm saying that totally in a bias point. But please shout out to streamers. Inky, thank you for all your services following. But yeah, that's mostly all the shout out that I need to do because CCA is done. You know that too. CCA is already done. So with that, I'm Joy51, Twitter, July, Blue Sky. I really just stream though for like orgs and commentate. What about you, Nito?
And as for me, it's going to be Nito and about every platform. Former Bird app, the new, Butterfly app known as Blue Sky, and on Twitch on the rare occasion that I do stream. And if you want to find me anywhere, I haven't ran this morning, so you're probably not going to find me actually.
Also, please, Riptide, Gomon, one of the two as well. Maybe. Who knows? But yeah, that's it for Day 1. We'll be back for Day 2 tomorrow. And yep,